Another day at the Nook. Oh, it should be soon. 1 minute until dawn. Okay. And time has come. It is opening time. We'll see. We'll see. Who will show up today, or will anyone? After all, it's Wednesday. Or Tuesday. Whatever time zone bullshit is. Tuesday, yes. So now we wait until dawn or something. I mean, technically it is dawn, if I remember correctly. Times are difficult when it comes to determining which time it actually is. But it's daytime. That's for certain. Nothing too special, of course. But nothing too memorable either. Yeah, just checking that. $180 ping today. Just a minor ping. The usual. And I should not sing those songs. I wonder. Still, it's silent day. Today really is the silent day. Ah, but it isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. The weekend is over. Makes me question some things. But it's fine. I can understand most of the sleepyheads. After all, not everyone works as well as I. But still, no matter what, no matter who, the time is fleeting, as it should be. I wonder, what kind of future awaits us all? After all, there has no guarantee on any of these. No guarantee. And things have been going down mostly. Whether it's. But it's fine. We. So, would you know, it was just another dawn at the local little place they call the Schoolhouse Nook. There was nothing there, empty seats to spare. There was nothing, not even a voice or noise. You could hear the wind blow through the building, nothing else to matter. The birds are singing, and the sun is bright. No matter how much you wish, no matter how you fare, all this will end when the silence is broken. But all we see, it's gonna be here. All we see, it's emptiness inside our local tavern. Or I'm still not certain which one. But who knows, the world is right. We will still hold the mind. I know all I could, but yet I shouldn't do. I know it very well, it is only temporary. But silence is golden, and you should figure that. No matter how much you believe in the night, light, noise, global sign, It's all going downhill only to be our sign. For those who believe in themselves, who believe in our light, we seek it all the time, yet we grant it overnight. For those who dwell in the dark, we cannot stand together way too much today. All we can say, all we should say, all we can and all we will and all that is there. No matter how much it has begun, the end of our time. We all see it so, yet we cannot comprehend. But still we stand tall and proud. What we have, that is all that there is. No matter how much you seek it, it's never there. It doesn't matter what you see, it doesn't matter what you hear. All you can say, it's all things that you can feel it through. Going over time, going to work in the night. The work is never done, yet we stroll outside. I have nothing to say, nothing to fear, nothing to be afraid anymore. Nothing will scare me anyway, that's all there is. Aside for jam scares, those are after all their purpose, all they are. No anything else meant to be sudden impact of silence broken. For 700,000 years, for 1,000 evermore, for 7 years, all the evermore. No matter what you see, no matter what you feel, what you seek, all those over there. No matter how much, no matter how well you would see all that, all clone, we all seek on the night. All that we do, we have nowhere else to hide. It is here, it is there, it is everywhere. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, the usual, I guess.
Coming up.
Are we?
Yeah.
Igo.
Yeah.
How's your daughter doing? Are they purely gone with the VRCHAT hypnotism?
She's doing fine, I guess, mostly.
Yeah.
At least she seemed fine as it was at District 6, so I don't worry too much.
Yeah. Hmm. That's good. You really need to hire a babysitter.
Well, she's gonna stay with her grandpa now,
Ellie.
so
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
They made like a little deal with Ellie back at the Nook area.
well, he did not leave
Uh-huh.
him much of a choice.
Well. Hmm. That just sucks.
Not too much I can do about it.
True.
Not too much,
No,
I guess.
knowing the metaverse is probably gonna come full circle.
Why?
Because life is a stereotype.
Hmm.
I just wait for something to come to me because I always know something will.
Well,
Such
you
as-
just have to give it time. You don't have to look for trouble because trouble's gonna find you.
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Trouble finds you everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a very bad rule, but it is quite the rule, I guess.
Yeah. Plus, if you go looking for trouble, you know you're always gonna find it. You can only just turn a corner.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Although your daughter comes a lot after you, she talks as much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I bet in no time you'll probably be seeing her back with you again. Just give like a few months or so.
But she for sure has this skill to stand in the same spot without moving too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I noticed instantly.
Yeah. So slow they're invisible.
Invisible?
Yeah, somebody pulled a joke on me that if they move slow enough, they're basically invisible. Kind of like this one when they stand in the trees. Well, how you used to be invisible if you stood in the trees. Back there. Then you had toothpaste colored hair, and I could see you easily.
Hmm. Yes, I would think it would be a little more difficult to not see me these days, considering unless it's winter.
These days, yes.
I mean,
Yeah, snowy tree.
since I come to this tavern, I saw like Pakk every time beside once.
The dude's efficient at his job.
I would notice if he's gone because it's like something that jumps into your eye when someone else is behind the counter.
You know something funnier? He used to be a customer and show up every time.
Yeah,
The
I was
first one to show
told.
up every time. It's amazing.
At least in my case, we don't have to worry about that because no one is gonna trust me behind the counter and reach off the wine.
They trust their child over you. Think of
Smart.
that. Yeah, probably.
I guess I think even I trust Amy more than myself.
Everyone trusts everyone over me. That's just confirmed in this world. Don't people even trust me with a butter knife?
Sophia did not give me a reason not to trust you.
I was told that I can be given any item and weaponize it.
This skill have quite a lot of people actually. If you have if you have the right
No, but I can
level
legit
of
weaponize it. I
being,
can change its shape.
yeah, just
It's not a joke. I can just turn it into an actual weapon, not just use
yeah, but
like
you
one.
don't. Yeah, but it's not going on a trust base like. even like Pakk or myself could also just kill even without a weapon. Like everyone could kill.
You can kill, but can you torture as well?
Did that just make you laugh? That was like one of the.
Yes, it
That's like
did.
very rare. That's very rare.
No, it's not.
It is.
Oh, really?
In my case, at least, because I'm not funny.
Hmm. No, it's
well, that one's just a given.
it's
but-
little funny. Because if I imagine myself trying to kill Oreo, it's
Trying. Is the
That's like
key
that's not
word.
yes.
that's not like not the point. The point is everyone could kill someone else without a weapon.
True.
The irony is, Puck will probably never be able to fully kill me because he's not allowed to.
I mean, I mean, is a guy on the street allowed to kill someone else? Because no.
Yes,
in
but
most
he's in my
places,
guild.
Hmm.
that's like not. That's not like that's not a reason. It's like
And even if
It's
Do you-
against
do you-
the
do you
rules to
think-
kill each other?
even if we were not
Unlike
ki-
your race, we have rules against killing
even
each
if
other.
we were not bound by the rule and we would go each other's throats, I would lose. There is no way of avoiding that.
Instantaneously.
I mean, basically everyone can kill with the right preparation and equipment, but
No, I need no preparation. That's the thing.
Hmm.
He was doing months of preparation and it failed and turned into a defense spell.
Yes.
I just like the thing is, what I try to prove is like you two being a guild is like no, yeah, there might be a rule, but murdering someone at first point is like breaking in most areas a rule, so it's not really a point.
I mean, sure, I can understand
There
that,
is-
and sure, I can beat up any whatever those are called, the
You can be
smugglers.
an average day
Yes.
Joe, but when it
Those.
comes to me, I have the overwhelming advantage with elemental types.
Hmm.
As in, I put zero effort in last time. I wasn't even trying to fully harm him, and he went down. I felt bad.
Yeah, it's just like
It was a friendly spar, and it turned into him nearly dying.
well, then
We
you
need to get
should.
him medical
be-
attention right away.
Yeah, but that doesn't really prove that he is weak. It proves more that you can control the power you have.
It was a spark, an actual spark. I can control it just fine. He's just
If he was like nearly
allergic
dead
to it
after,
times
clearly not.
10.
I mean, if it was like a friendly, like a spare, I think that was like some training match, then in the result of someone being almost dead, that's not the goal at all. It's like to train.
That wasn't the goal. That wasn't my plan. It just eventually happened because, well, I resorted to it. I didn't know it was his weakness at the time because I didn't know what the hell he was.
Hmm. And I will never make that same mistake again. I will always
Islania.
mention it at least beforehand,
Ah.
if I know.
Hey,
They're too scared to spar me again.
Not well.
It's,
I wouldn't say that.
it was
It's more of the I don't
have
want to
been
die.
Parker,
Thank you.
Everything you can possibly do. I have proven this by accident.
Yes.
I mean, I also like it. I think it's quite during sparring. It's quite important to tell like each other I am this kind of person, kind of stuff. At least in my case, when I was like wounded, there was like someone running up, and his intention was to help me, but he was going to heal me with some kind of fire magic, and in my case, it's not very working that well. So
Healing normal healing in general wouldn't work for you. So I see why.
yeah,
Stuff like
the
abyssal healing.
reason-
That's why I carry abyssal healing potions on me.
yeah, but that it don't even work on me.
but
Yeah.
what
Abyssal
is
healing
going on?
potions work for vampires, etc. Oh, we're just talking about what just talk about random shit at this point.
But last time I was given like a healing potion, I was drinking it and it was like doing nothing. It was like water for me.
Yeah, but abyssal healing potions are for stuff like vampires, demons, etc.
I don't know
Yeah.
the difference.
One's made for idiots like you two,
Yeah.
and one's
I
made for
actually
idiots
found
like
a
me.
few recipes.
I
You
just
just
got
have
a
to mix
slab
a normal healing
Did you
potion
search
with
through
blood.
my Did you search through my notes? Don't do that without asking again, please. Some of those notes are actually very precious and very sacred, and you should never learn them ever.
Like what?
I have a bunch of
It was a
forbidden shit in
basics
there
book
that you
that
should
was
not learn.
standing on your shelf.
I was organizing
that-
at the time.
That
Oh,
sounds
no wonder
almost
why
like
the books were a mess.
that sounds almost like
Yes,
the
I was
forbidden
reading this.
facilities of the ministry where they don't allow like anyone in there anyway.
It
Sounds
was
like
my
your room.
house.
I guess you have like a
I
forbidden
mean-
house or something, and they have like a forbidden. Yep. Okay, I'm comparing like
I
a
have
city
forbidden knowledge
regime
You
to
really
you,
should
but
knock those
reorganizing
then.
it.
Because technically everybody can access your house, and also
Not
can
true.
access the books, at least in that mess. So, please.
If people like Onyxia
steer
went
those
there, if
away.
people like Puck went there, I'd be fine with it, because they know what's forbidden knowledge. You don't.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
What is forbidden knowledge
All
for
the
we?
crazy, the thing, and all the crazy,
I
funky-looking
actually have-
things. I didn't read them.
I
was
have
just
a
looking for
bunch of,
simple healing
knowledge
potions.
that normal people should not learn.
I guess
Yeah,
I guess
but I'm
it's
not
like a
old.
point of view. It's like a point of view.
Also,
It's like more like an opinion.
No, it's actually forbidden by most places.
Yeah, but it's like
Or
when you
stuff
say
like
most
philosopher's
places.
stones.
I mean, if you say most places, it implies there's places where
Well,
it's
it's not
allowed.
illegal,
so-
but it's frowned
so-
upon
so-
by most places. Like its cost for using it is very lethal towards others.
Yeah, but like
Very
the
lethal.
majority of something doing something is not like an argument.
I don't know, I'm bothering, but stuff like philosopher's stones, that type of stuff.
I mean, we don't have this kind of
book
stuff.
about philosopher's stones?
Yes, I do. Too
Since when?
bad you're never going to get your hands on it because you don't know where I keep it.
I don't want to get my hands on it because, oh my god! But you have such a thing so dangerous in your possession. You have
It is
no idea
given
what
to
you
me.
can do with those.
Yes, I do.
It was given to you.
Trust me. I am an alchemist. I am a transmuter. I know exactly what I can do with it, and I'm never going to use it because I have morals still.
Good. Good.
If you're, by the way, if you're looking like for artifacts and stuff, there's apparently like a black market now in District 3.
Look at me and artifacts. It doesn't mix well.
Yeah, I
It
have
really
no idea
doesn't
what they
mix well.
actually I have no idea what they actually sell there, but apparently they plundered like the facilities of the corporations during the war. Now it's being sold under the hand everywhere.
Yeah. I knew that the dragon hunters, which I was dealing with, were in a sort of black market. I'm not sure if it was that one or not. So if they do, they probably like dragon stuff like that.
I have no idea. It's like the usual. Oh, it's something special. Let's sell it for the most profit kind of thinking, I guess.
That's just normal marketing.
Yeah, but like the
it
ministry
depends on
does
what
not.
it is you're selling.
What I think what makes it a black market is because the ministry is not very friendly towards non-humans, so or they don't really like magic and restrict a lot of stuff. So I guess that makes it like black market.
Racist fucks.
That's the government for you.
Yeah, the government's a piece of shit. Anarchy for life, motherfuckers.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you
Anarchy
want. I
is a
don't give a fuck.
catastrophe. I can tell you this much.
Anarchy means the strong take on the weak without any punishment, and a government with rules, even though the rules are somewhat shitty, provides the weak somewhat of safety.
Also,
My opinion.
can you just imagine if those people that were actually, well, the Inhumans that were basically shunned or whatever, decided to be organized in some factor? That'd be terrible. If it wasn't for people being selfish, they probably would have started like a little rebellion by now.
You have no idea what people are capable of when they're selfish.
I
Or when they
mean-
want to be
I mean-
selfish.
Oh, trust me of all people, yes I do.
I mean, Diamond City went through such a, as you call it, rebellion. So it's not. So it can actually happen. It just takes quite a time to actually people being pushed to such a point. There's like people can take like a certain amount of shit, but when you go even future, then
Things. So yeah.
Yeah. You seem tired.
Of course I am.
Are you
Always
okay?
tired.
Oh, come on, you really should get more sleep because when I was
I
was
get
reading
a
through
correct
the
amount of
book-
sleep. It's just the activities I do are tiring.
I'm not even sure, Selenia. Did you even hear about the happenings?
No,
The Civil
because
War's
I
actually
was
over.
training by myself for an entire week.
Yeah,
That was
then
on you.
just to tell you, the Civil War is over. They lost District 1, the corporation guys.
Wow!
Hmm.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, basically, this Leo guy is dead. He was actually executed in front of, like, everyone in District 1.
Or just Leo?
Oh, good.
Leo was executed. Black was in a jail, like in a cell, and waiting for execution, but he actually escaped. And no one knows where he went.
Wow. No, wait, what? Oh, my.
But anyway,
Oh, well, but still. Good thing that I wasn't there because I am not well with executions. I really am not.
Yeah, it was not. Do you think it was us? No, we didn't execute anyone. It's like it was the ministry, like the revolutionaries who killed him.
plenty.
What is going on?
Lux. It's only you.
Apparently.
Who knows? Maybe Draco's walking by. Maybe that's why.
No, just give me one hot moment. I'm having a split
If
headache.
he walks through that door, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Are you like a fortune
If
teller?
it's actually him, I'm. Who knows? Maybe I'm a fucking prophet. Who knows?
No.
They actually did you make like any more? Did you like think more about this documentary he was talking about for Camp 5?
Repeat that one. Ow, what am I saying?
Didn't you
Oh God,
Didn't you
that's
plan-
not, that didn't sound
didn't
very
you-
healthy.
didn't you like plan to make like a handbook or something about creatures there?
Yeah, with the information I got, I couldn't make much of one, but so far, the Bell Charmer, Wendigo, Mutant Wolf Bug, the skinless creature, the creatures
There's a
that
shrimp,
chased after us, I just call screamers, the gremlins and the shadow entities, and then there's the fat beast who's just there.
You mean
I
this
have notes about
huge
all of
bitch
them.
kind of person? Okay.
The fat fuck.
Yeah, the fat guy.
I could share you the file if you want.
Yeah, that would be actually quite helpful, so we can have a look at it. Maybe I have like some ideas what to add.
Mr. Bastic already has it, so...
Yeah, but Mr. Bastic always forgets to give me like a copy.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's like too busy to
Do
get
you
like
want
a
the
new suit.
file or the actual piece of paper? They're both.
Shadow Kratos, eh?
What do you have on you?
I both.
I guess just send me the paper, I guess, and I can do some handwriting, so then I hand it back, and then you can add it to the file, I guess.
Alright.
Oh, boy.
Alright, there you go.
okay?
I'll give you the file.
Alright. I'm gonna take a look at it later.
Yeah. You trying to stick
What
a
do you
peek
do?
at the file?
What? I'm curious, okay?
Not like it's a secret, I guess, so.
It's not. It's literally just a survive. It's the basic survival thing you'll need to know
Yeah, so
about the creatures.
Once you made sure there's like no fatal misassumptions in it, then we can like copy it and hand it to everyone who's going around in district. Well, all district 5, camp 5 now. Might
Okay.
actually save quite a lot of lives.
I mean, I hope.
I mean,
It's
to be
like fire
fair,
when you.
the creatures on that list are weak to fire. Well, most of them are.
At least those we encountered yet, so.
Except for the bell
I still-
charmer.
Yeah, he's like quite.
He's
quite a
a
beast.
nuisance.
Yeah, there's some mutant which is like invisible, and he has like some gong kind of thing, and he makes like a noise
It's a
before
bell.
he appears. A bell? Okay, then it's a bell, and he's just like.
Wait.
He hypnotizes people with bells too.
Oh,
He was
no.
actually
Hypnotizes
like
people.
doing some sort of magic to
Oh.
Amy, and he was like trying to lure her to him. That's the reason I sent her back into the chopper so she gets out of the area.
Also, the fact that it attacked you and her 3 times, ignoring everyone else.
Yeah, it was like ignoring everyone and was slashing on me like a madman, but did not hurt Amy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It wanted
can
the
see
child.
some
It's like one of
cliches
those
in
horror
this.
stories. Like they just take the child into the forest.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's exactly
know
what
I
it's trying
said-
to do, actually.
it nearly cut my arm off. It was like, cut till here. Like,
Yeah.
But are you okay
Everyone was
though?
downstairs at the time, so.
yeah, it's completely fine now. I was
Also-
surprised myself.
Move your fingers. Come on.
Can we just
move
mention
your
the thing?
fingers. Not convinced until you move your fingers. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Really?
You're
But anyway.
aware that I'm not a human anymore.
Yeah, they have enhanced
No,
healing, and I have abyssal healing potions.
I mean,
As long as you don't,
I had to
As long as you
improvise.
yeah. There's actually
With
like,
healing
anyway.
you,
there's,
Jesus.
there's actually someone would join the militia who's helping you with medical stuff because the person is how was it called? Puff 5. That's
Was
like
it
a
Pyro?
robot, like a medical. No, not that one. It's like a medical.
Oh,
druid
the
kind of
robot.
thing.
The blue one?
Yeah, Puff V. I think it's called.
Oh,
Puff
yeah, they're amazing.
Caffeine?
They're lovely.
Yeah, he's also a medic.
But anyway,
Oh, well,
with that bell charmer, what it seems like is it could attack even while invisible. I think it just didn't because it's after the child and wanted to lure everybody away.
I mean, we had Goblerman as Technican. Maybe he can figure some sort of gate out so we can keep those things actually out of it.
I mean, I could probably find a
He-
way.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, he's hired for that. He's not much of a combat person, so he has a lot of time to think about those ways.
Oh yeah,
And what?
but anyway,
I mean,
next
actually,
time
I
I go
we actually
there,
have,
I'll
like,
try to
quite-
get more info.
Yeah, maybe we can host like a patrol, so
Yeah.
those people can help you
Make
with
sure
it.
to bring elemental pearls with me to see which type of element it's weak against, or if it is
Oh.
any.
Elemental pearls.
Elemental mana
Jesus,
pearls.
so
When I
them
store
and
in
the
a certain
ages.
elemental mana, throw it, it explodes with that type of element. It sometimes
Well,
has a
but maybe
busting effect.
I think we might also start to enforce the defense, like build a better defense around the camp. I
Yeah,
get the
because it
feeling
has an
that the
open
fans.
way.
Yeah, it is. But to be honest, it wasn't us who set it up, so
It just walked
So,
right
yeah.
past us.
yeah, it's true. I was actually thinking about maybe if we get the
Oh.
resources, we could make some concrete walls
Ah.
around the camp.
What about heat sensing goggles? Or thermal vision.
Like some
goggles.
yeah.
Thermal
Yeah.
vision.
Because they
That's
can turn
really,
invisible,
really
but that
nice.
doesn't mean their heat sense is going away.
So good. So you've got a
Although
point.
with all the fire, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. I think we should like in the research we should focus on those who are like been the most aggressive and then go down on those who are less aggressive. Like
The
those
gremlins are like the least aggressive.
Yeah, there's like those figures like those shadows. They seemed somewhat passive
until
yeah.
provoked.
Yeah, so maybe we
Until
should
Somewhat
like.
provoked.
I think priority number one should be the bell kind of thingy.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
Hmm.
thing.
But
Well,
what happens if you get hypnotized?
in the wind it goes.
Like,
Huh?
how do you prevent from getting hypnotized?
I don't.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
only
actually,
after 1% at a time. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one person too many.
Then I'm gonna slap you. Maybe it helps you.
I'm
Uh,
organizing the notes to see which would be first and who would be last.
Yeah. I mean, Amy was tied up and then thrown into the shopper and moved back to District 6. So.
Although it did take a while for it to hypnotize them. It took a
Yeah.
long ass while. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
it
there's,
needs like
also-
open time to do so.
so
This was
So,
also the reason why I
during
told
that
everyone.
time-
That's like the reason why I told everyone not to go on by themselves.
I mean, that's only plausible.
Yeah.
You never should go alone because that's how I managed to survive. We're companions.
Yeah.
The fun
Especially
thing
at
that
about
camp.
all of that is, in how many situations I have heard or seen, there are always one guy who runs off alone, no matter where you are and how many people there are.
That was Pyro.
Yeah. I was
And then
giving
there
him
was
the
the
evil
other dude
thing up.
who was wearing the suit of armor and had the guns who just ran off.
Yeah, you mean Sparked, and he's dead now. So.
Yeah, sparked. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
dead.
point proven, I guess.
What?
He's dead.
What happened to Commander?
Because he's a dumb asshole. He was like attacking a cop, like a cop.
He
For no
harassed and
fucking
attacked a
reason.
cop after shooting a gremlin in a box or
He was chasing a. Yeah, he was chasing a gremlin like a thing which cannot harm like a fly. The gremlin was running into a dumpster. Then he fucking shot the dumpster with a machine gun. A cop tried to arrest him. He attacked the cop with a syringe. And then he was killed because he like what the fuck.
And that's just being a dumbass.
Yeah.
Alright. But
And because of him,
How could
because of
that
him,
be?
he's the only reason we're at Camp 5. That's the reason I'm not even sad about it. Because he decided to attack a minister, and he put us as garrison in Camp 5 as like outcome of it.
he is the reason why this sector
Don't be
5 was
surprised.
nude.
Yeah, because
Do
during
not be
the, during,
surprised. I don't know these people well enough.
during the fight of District 1, it was Sparked who attacked, well, was helping to attack Minister Steele, and in result of that, Steele was pissed and assigned us to Camp 5.
What are we supposed to do in Camp 5?
To keep the mutants away from the city because the fucking nuke. Well, yeah, I forgot to mention District 5 is gone.
Yeah.
What?
It was hit by a nuke.
Oh, by the way, most of the creatures there are weak to fire, so you should be fine.
Oh! So one little flamesies, and then one little sneeze, and then we're good.
Use that word again near me, and I swear to God, your training will be hell.
Do you see like the hand itching? That's like the backhand coming for you.
I have authority over this one, and it makes me feel, well, funny, because it's funny.
What do you mean it's funny?
Because you listen to me. No one should ever have to listen to me.
Yeah, like on the
Yeah,
like in the same situation.
that's why I take everything with a grain of salt.
It's like the same
Don't do
situation.
that all the
Amos
time,
in.
because when I'm serious, you're a little piece of shit when you ignore me. So I make you feel down, but when I'm actually serious, you kind of ignore me. And just
I'm
run into the
very
battlefield and
sorry.
nearly get yourself killed.
And why did you call
Sorry to be
Spark
rude.
Commander?
Because because he actually is a really good operator. I mean,
He's a,
Was.
he was and never was good. All he did was running up on his own and leave
okay,
everyone
then
else behind.
tell me who organized the attack on the District 2. That,
On District 2?
That's mission. Yeah, the
District
mission.
2, the mission and
Where I joined the first
tactic,
time.
the tactic behind it was assigned by, well, like, actually was planned by Steele.
So the nuked area is District 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One quick question. Are there spider mutants in there?
We didn't
As far as we
encounter
know,
any
no.
yet.
Okay, good.
If there were any, there wouldn't be now, because I would have incinerated them all. I hate spiders.
Well, we have one thing in common. Or
Yeah,
that's the
How
just-
unfortunate.
thing that
Just do me like a favor and don't attack everything on sight unless it is somewhat hostile. I don't want to fight more than necessary.
There are those creatures who are neutral until provoked, and I like those creatures because they don't fuck with us
Well-
unless we be an asshole first.
Well, I need to see what those creatures look like in order to say, okay, I can. Okay, they're being
You wanna see
aggressive
how
to
they
me.
look like? If
Then
they
I'm
run at
gonna
you, they're
be aggressive to
hostile.
them.
Yeah, if they're like drooling and running at you with
Especially
claws,
those
and that might be
running
a sign.
skinny creatures. I call them screamers
You mean those shrimp
because they look
guys?
like they're in a constant state of screaming.
Ah, the shrimps, yeah.
Yeah, the shrimps. I call them screamers.
Shrimps.
Yeah, there's like also like those gremlins. They're like around this high.
They're peaceful. They just steal shit.
Yeah, they just try to steal your food, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. They're scavengers.
Yeah,
The
not stealing
wolf-dog
my
creatures,
cookies.
they're neutral to provoked because they're like the somewhat bottom of the food chain. They only go after gremlins and weaker creatures. So they don't fuck with us. We just kill them because they're after the friends of your child. AKA the gremlins. Oh, I do.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it also
think
was Spark who killed one of the gremlins and tried to cook it.
Yeah, I
Like,
know
Oh,
for
that.
no
wow.
fuck,
Your daughter would
no
be
for
pissed at
fuck,
him.
no for no fucking reason. That was where I got pissed.
He's just being an
also.
asshole.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't count these as actual creatures because some of them lack sentience and only go off instinct.
I I did
Like
not
the wolf
get that
creatures,
whatsoever.
they ignore us. They ignore us, and I don't count them as actual creatures
Okay.
at this point. They're just instinct based.
You mean
They're
those
just
shadows,
sentients.
or what do you mean?
No, the wolf bug creatures that went after the gremlins.
Ah, okay.
The
It seems like
Wendigos,
you-
however,
I don't
they have
care about
sentience.
these
They're just
shadows.
hungry all the time.
Yeah.
I
And
need to
they seem
visit
to be
Diamond
like
City.
not even working on their own. They seem to be working in groups.
Yeah, and they seem to be on decent footing with the Bell Charmer. If there is
Yeah,
only
he
one.
didn't. Maybe
I
they're
think
like
there's
somewhat immune. Yeah, maybe he's actually after like persons like her, you, me, Amy, and
Maybe
those
it made
Wendigos
an
are
agreement
less.
with the others that it gets the one it wants, and the others can have everything else.
Maybe it's also
Maybe that's
like. I mean, Amy was like at that point the only. I think the only human. No, beside Rin, the only human around. And when I went between it,
and Wendigos
maybe
tend to eat humans.
yeah. Yeah, if you told me like those Wendigos are cursed, yeah.
They're
So
kind
something yeah, so something similar
They
like me,
are
maybe
cursed
because I got.
after, it depends which selection you go off of, but some of them are just humans who committed cannibalism and turned into evil spirits, which are always craving human. They
So
never
basically,
get
maybe
satiated.
I mean, it also attacked Rin, but and me, but only when we was between the thing and Amy.
Hello.
So maybe.
Maybe they could have been after them.
Yeah, but she's not gonna go back.
Maybe
to
they
Team
were
5
in
anytime
competition
soon,
with
so-
each other.
Yeah. Maybe it's like it does not attack unless you get in between.
I'm
the
currently
target,
learning about another
Like,
city's
maybe if
little
they
difficult.
took Amy, it would have fought them.
with
but
creatures.
It's more so competition
Nah,
for food
that's
at that
never
point.
gonna
That's
happen,
just,
though.
that's just nature.
There's like a difference between like the
Then there's Mr.
corporation
Fastic
taking
who
a
got
hostage.
kidnapped by Wendigo. After
Yeah.
5 seconds of saying,
I
"Hey,
am
I'll go let
fine.
myself this way." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, scream.
And then you
That's
know how he got
amazing.
away? He let the Wendigo choke on his fingers, and the Wendigo of course bit the fingers off.
He could just fireballed it in the face.
And then you know where he ended up in a cave with gremlins, and he was like talking with them, even though they didn't even
Of
understand.
course.
I don't know if they understand us.
He
but
was talking with
He's an idiot.
gremlins?
yeah, he was
they're
like
sentient.
he told me he
So
was
we
like
have
going
Wendigo,
lost, and the
shadow
gremlins
creatures, mutants,
found him and then led him to like some area that
gremlins,
was around him, and he was like telling them
wolves.
shit, but if they understood, no idea.
By the way, did the Beltrammer die? Or did it just leave?
It's hard to say. It was like going on the ground and disappeared. So
I
if
mean,
it's dead, no idea. Actually, but one of those Belshemers died in the city. I was told.
yeah, the black figures took its soul.
Oh. So maybe
Once again, it could be a
those
spirit.
and maybe those shadows don't like those Belshemers at all.
Or you just don't interact with them in general, unless they take your soul.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they seemed impartial till it went up to them and kind of touched it.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, why didn't they go after the patrol? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Belshammer was
It was
after
the nearest
one.
target.
Huh. Alright, I guess we should avoid the
mean-
shadows for now and like just watch them and study what they are doing before we try anything.
Yeah, we know damn near nothing about them and how they work. All we know is it probably takes their souls.
Well,
Yeah.
the white-haired
Especially
one
underneath
is a
all
Kirin,
self-invoked.
you could
For
say
now.
divine dragon.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
red
I saw
one
of them, he
is
was not
just
even
a
in the city,
dragon
he was like walking
of
past the
flames
gate
and
and,
fire.
like, crying and talking to itself.
I
and then
don't
it
know
disappeared.
any more than that. And
It was like
Crying?
then we
Maybe
have
that's
Vampire Boy.
yeah, it was talking
They maybe
about
lost
like oh my.
souls.
Yeah, it was like saying oh my god, and then like the light, and then poof, was gone.
But yeah, I can see why
Wait, they could
you
be
would
the
think
souls of the
that
people
she
who
would be
nuked.
an angel. But no, she's just a
Yeah, well,
dragon.
I mean, you encounter them most of the time in the Lost District, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you see a nuke, oh my god, a light.
Yeah, it was like screaming, like oh my god, and then the light, and then
Yeah, that's kind of
What's
your
that?
reaction when you get nuked.
huh.
Because there's a giant flash of light. It's like probably at a distance of where the nuke started.
Yeah.
So that's why they had time to react.
I mean, it would also explain why when you go like.
Even
When you
though
go into
sometimes I
into
wonder
the
if
city,
she
there's
actually is a
like,
villain,
I don't know, but it
Or
feels
Drake.
like there's like still people talking. Like
not on Dragon,
it's like
considering
There are.
Twin
Yeah,
Tails.
yeah, and when I'm like
But-
at the camp, like when I step out of the shopper, I get like those chills, and it's like a wind coming.
She
from
said
the
she was a
direction
Dragon
of the
show.
West.
Let's keep it at that.
It's like very weird. There was like even one voice, like at the gate, like speaking to me, but I could not really understand it. But it said my name a few times. I'm not sure if that was a bell thingy. Yeah.
Maybe it knew you from the past. I have no idea.
I would heavily doubt that.
I mean, to be fair, we say our names often.
Sure.
Yeah, especially Spastic, who has like this spastic kind of thing where he always says Ray Ray. He has to repeat my name.
Ray.
Yeah.
His last name fits. Bombastic is pretty accurate. Wait, if you give him dynamite, does that actually make him bombastic?
I think he doesn't need dynamite for that.
He's a walking piece of dynamite. I mean, he can make an explosion with his
Actually,
fire.
till now, I assumed that his last name is Spastic. I never asked him if he has like a first name.
Mister?
You think the parents called him Mr. Spastic?
Yes.
They actually called him Mr. like his first name, and his last name was Spastic.
Yes.
Oh, it's like
B.
interesting idea.
I mean, the dude gets pissy sometimes when you don't call him Mister.
I guess
Think of it.
I guess that's just basic. He has like a thing that only friends can call him basic. It's like some respect kind of thing of his.
I call him Bast because he can't really stop me.
Yeah,
Also
Why would you
because I'm
provoke
getting
him?
him a fire sword and I'm going to train him how to control fire, so...
yeah, I guess.
I'm going to teach him some magic. So. Yeah, I kind of have to.
I mean, I
cannot
myself
wait.
have like, I have like a pass
He's
to
too
annoy
busy
him,
to show,
but
though. I mean...
Yeah, I
I
am
I don't
fortunately
bother you
good at
because you seem
understanding
very busy.
English.
Or at least.
Mostly because I
I'm supposed
have
to-
That's
lived
fine,
in
you're
the
training
internet
by
way too long. But yeah, I can understand
It's
your
also events
point on
all
that.
the time.
It can get hard
What
sometimes.
do you mean I'm busy?
I'm gonna use a quick bathroom quick back in a moment.
Sure.
I'm damn near never busy.
I thought you were. And you're trying to relax.
Not really
Wow.
either.
Being here.
Not trying to do either, to be honest.
Of course, not even my English is not perfect. There are still words that I still
Words
find
that
new
fly.
sometimes.
But
And
anyway,
usually they are slang or something. That is not found in regular terms.
this picture's nice. Puck, you look like you want something from Mario.
Just because she's tall doesn't mean I want something from her.
Wait. I did.
You confused the child. Well
Very.
done.
What?
He has a very monotone face.
That is true.
If he looks up at me, that's because of a height difference, not because he wants something.
I mean, no, I'm gonna save that remark. I'm gonna save it. No. Otherwise, you're gonna bonk me again.
Better. Probably not. I don't know.
So Elsie, you'd be pissed off. God, there's
Go
barely
ahead, say what you're
people
gonna say.
Mm,
Hello, Rexel.
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, yeah, Charlie!
It could be better, it could be worse.
You know, I get that reaction more often than they think.
I
Yeah.
don't like it when people sneak up behind me. I don't like it.
He wasn't sneaking, he was coming in.
Yeah, no, if I was sneaking, you wouldn't know I was standing there. Trust me.
Yeah, you would have no clue whatsoever.
I really have to work on my perception. But anyways,
Yes,
hello.
you do.
Hey, nice to meet you. Can't say I've seen you here before.
No, my name is Selenia. Pleasure to
I'm a
Nice
student.
to meet you. I don't do the handshaking thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rexel, pleasure to
Oh.
meet you.
Hey, Seven. Up there back of the door, so they probably can't hear me. But they have sense appearance, so who knows. But anyway, yeah, this is my student.
Hello. Wait, you have
Well, I
a
can-
Sorry,
report?
I can
you'll
see
have to
that,
give me 5 to process
because
that one.
I don't understand Russian almost at all.
Trust me.
I know only the meme words, but
They have the same horns. Look,
when it's written, it's a little.
You do.
we're horn
Interesting.
testers.
But yeah, English is the global language basically,
No.
so
Oh, come on.
And now it's making sense.
it is easier.
What?
Even though it's funny sometimes, considering some English words have multiple meanings.
Yeah, yeah.
When you,
I know,
my,
yeah,
espe-
your meaning.
in
Make-
case of
making
my
sense now.
language, we don't have gender-specific terms like he and she. We have only one word for that.
Jeepers.
But meanwhile, in English there is he, she, they,
Not healthy.
that, it. There are so many.
My throat.
You've got quite the wingspan.
They're gonna grow even larger.
How do you get through doors?
I don't get through
Sideways.
doors.
Sideways.
Easy,
Exactly.
easier. Easier for
How's
all
it
the
going,
men.
Puck?
It is
Yeah,
going.
strong stuff, thanks.
Hmm?
Couple of strong
the
stuff,
man
thanks.
himself. Hello.
Yes. Any specific?
Yeah.
Try the
Hey,
Not
what's
really.
that? Ooh, you
Milsner.
got it.
I realize that.
The Milsner is good.
What have I gotten?
No, I'm saying,
We have the
no, I'm
same
saying,
hairstyle.
Is it even on there?
you look nice.
Yes, it's in the top.
I just realized that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, in the middle there.
Dang.
Is there gonna be like some battle till
Yeah,
death?
we'll
who
go with
can
the
keep it?
surprise.
No. To say it lose.
Okay.
Fun.
That would be very. Yeah, that would be in my case very bad if we go off those
Exciting.
routes. I would have to fight
Exploring
them.
new
Yeah,
flavor.
plus it's neutral grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Dragon blood wine.
And how's stuff going for you?
And what are we? Costing.
Of course, he
Um,
gave you
50.
the
Well, things
most
have been a
expensive
little
thing.
50.
busy, you know. I mean,
Seven, considering
my
how much I
left arm
picked
is
up
working,
down at
I'm
the meat
not
rack the other day.
close to dying now after fighting zombies and
You
Oh, I
really think
heard
that's
that you-
much?
That there
Fucking
was like
high
a
hall
brawl
boss.
afterwards.
on the same day.
I left before any other violence kicked in.
Oh.
Didn't
There's a
seem like
fight?
anything fun was going to happen.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Let's see.
This is like I'm
Watching the
not so
goose
loud.
go
Did
to
you pay
town on
attention to
people.
news
Great
outside
fun.
of Red
That
Diamond?
was hilarious.
Can't say I did.
Hmm.
Is there something interesting? Maybe I
It
should
was
look
top
it up.
quality.
I blew up a factory.
Was meat rack fun?
I have to
What?
agree.
We
Just
watched the
brings me to-
goose
to the
arm wrestle like
question,
15
why?
people in a row.
Okay, so it was
That sounds fun. Actually, does sound pretty
So-
Ooh,
fun.
that's annoying
back
for
in
like
Misty
thousands
Shore,
of
there's
credits
a-
at a time is great.
someone posted up
Some people
mission
are dropping
and
like
we'll chat
10
as, like,
grand.
going to
Couldn't believe
abandoned
it.
factory like this and basically
To be fair,
taking the shit out
it's
of a bunch of
Metaverse.
high hall box
People are
that were
idiots.
there. Those fuckers can really like
Well, it's
punch you
less
in the
about
gut and, like,
idiocy
you're
and more
done
about
for,
like they're not
broken ribs,
financially
concussions, that's what I got from
savvy or
them.
something.
And then
I see.
when me and my party like went
But
to,
yeah, video
once
games
again,
are
this
the
is Metaverse, a bunch of people could be.
You can
Well,
see
at
Honey's
least
Boston probably have like a million
modern
credits, nobody would
days,
ever know.
the children learn to use it more
Well, I-
easily.
I
And
probably met one of the
because even
richest
my
people.
youngest brother, oh, he is so good at English. And mostly because he
Really
only
just
plays
like,
games. So I can understand that.
Shut it
Literally.
down. Literally.
So it went
Really?
boom.
Yeah.
It went kaplaf.
Oh,
Yes.
All
I think I know who you mean.
Gunny was.
newspaper under his clothes and everything for
At
insulation.
least I got paid 10K
But
for it,
Counter-Strike
so
is...
that's good.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Interesting, at least.
It is.
There's nothing that isn't taught in this fucking Dimension 7.
That's so true. You're not.
Can't even
you
remember
can't get-
Sylvania.
I will
did
always
you-
say
did
it.
you- are you
All
actually part of the
Dimension next
militia? I
are
didn't check
fucking
the
weird. I'll
Contract.
just
Out
keep
of the
going
what?
by that line.
The
militia
the
of
most normal
District
people
6.
here are oddities.
The militia? What the hell is the militia?
Maybe true. I am Irish. That's pretty odd.
The
Yeah.
ministry in Whitestone decided that each district which is around in Diamond City has to form a militia.
Somehow the
of
most
people
normal
in
are the
case
weirdest. I love it.
Corporation invaders of other cities decide to attack our new gained freedom. Glory to the ministry. Oh, fuck those guys.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, how's Red Diamond doing
And now
after?
explain them for dumbasses like me.
To answer you, well, let me answer this question first. The militia was formed as kind of policing District 6 and handling Camp 5.
I have no idea. But I'm not from them. Not that I.
Yeah, I was confused for a moment because they made me like the captain of it and I handle this shit now. So I couldn't remember if I asked you or not.
No, you didn't actually.
They were gone for
You
a bit.
never asked.
They were gone for a bit,
Yeah.
so I highly doubt you could have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
true,
busy,
true.
but I feel very much stronger
Busy
now.
doing private training.
True.
Oh, yes.
And for your question,
I don't know why I even bother, to
besides
be
someone
honest.
being very dumb, everything is going okay. You remember
So being dumb is
Spark?
nothing new.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
He's dead.
What about him?
Oh, well,
Oh,
Fair enough.
What?
how am I supposed
what do
to
you do?
learn when I...
He,
When I'm
he
not
died like
put
a
into
lift,
danger.
stupid. So
If I don't look over them...
there was like a gremlin, one
Over
of those
the
creatures
plate.
I never
I'm not
said
gonna
you
have it.
couldn't. That's the
Sneak
thing.
like into the
Just
city.
inform me where you're going,
like,
so I know
small
to make a
fuckers
grave
around
site
this
for you
tall
or
that will be
not.
harmful. And yeah,
God.
the thing was like in the kitchen of the bar, stole
She's
something,
They keep going.
and Spark to run after that thing, and decided to pull
Yeah,
a fucking
you-
mini
Right,
I stand.
right, yeah, no, I could kind of tell
He
there.
went into a dumpster, and he started to
Yeah.
fire the dumpster like an idiot.
Yeah.
Bad for him. During that time was a police patrol around.
She's also one of the people who tries to
So
rush
he
things.
He turned around, looked left, right.
Oh, a day later. Hey, I'm mature. No,
Then was
not
like
how that
said,
works.
face
Not how
the
that works,
wall,
Selenia.
blah blah blah. His excuse
I mean, I'm
on doing
taller.
so
Sorry to
was telling the cops that he is mental.
That
I
doesn't
grew,
mean shit,
but
frankly.
I'm not sure.
Not a very good.
I
Be around
feel
my
like I
size,
can
you
feel
can
my
see
brains
it sucks.
trickling out of my ear,
So they wanted to do
congealing
down.
down in my
Yes.
shoes.
He decided to pull like
Trust
his
me,
syringe.
I know that feels.
You know, the one
Seriously.
he used to.
The
stab me
taller you
with
get,
and attack the
The
cops.
harder it's actually gonna be to fight. Trust me, around my size,
Then
it
he,
gets
like,
annoying
vanished
to
with
fight
his
people who are
invisible
average
thingy.
height.
To avoid the cop,
Is
The
there
cops
a
came
way
back with,
to
like, a-
stop me from
quite a
growing?
group and killed him.
Well, that is not surprising,
Yes.
considering Counter-Strike
I
is
would
one of
feel
the
bad
more
for him,
ways,
but,
actually. I'm not gonna tell you them.
Played
because
games
you
in-
bunch it up, but yeah.
by Russians.
I mean, why
Fine,
would you take the call?
fine, then I'm gonna look it up myself.
Other one is Dota 2, but
Just cut chunks out of your
Google's amazing
bones. There you go. Easy.
yeah, I
It's
can
not like we're gonna
see
do
that
anything.
minimum
Like,
information that
They're
is
not actually
still
doing that.
accurate.
Gonna take on the new regime of Diamond City.
You're kidding, right?
Yes, I am. There's a
Good.
learning
Yeah,
experience right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Trust
what really
nobody.
to say to that other than
Well, it's not even that. It's
You- you
literally
win some,
if something
you lose
sounds
some,
outlandish and dangerous and generally fucking
Yeah, I guess
stupid.
you lost.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
good
all
idea to
we
make
could do
sure
was standing
that you
there
don't
and be
do
like,
that.
Yeah.
That was all we could do.
I mean,
Kind of
I
like
have
going
a
to Red
few
Diamond
brains
City
this
with
way.
no actual physical capability. To a district battle.
But yeah, poor guy.
2 of them.
And did I survive or did I not?
She was actually quite useful.
See?
With no actual prior experience. Mind
She
you.
was, because of first, I think it was it 2 people? I think 2 people are only alive because of her.
Cool. Still dumb to go.
Yeah, now what?
Yeah. Oh.
She
One
was
thing
like,
leads to another,
maybe not
though.
like, yeah, maybe not much of a combat person, but for sure a good medic.
With no actual prior experience of being a medic.
Well, that
I
was
mean,
my
to be-
experience.
To be fair, there was like someone else around who was a doctor and basically telling her what to do, so.
Exactly.
So she's a nurse.
See what I
I
have.
learned.
A
diamond nurse, yes. She wants to be a bard.
Ariel, then you don't
Well, not
mess
really,
around
Seven.
with the healer.
Depends on if they're actually making sure someone doesn't die or not.
That's
You don't
the
forget,
whole-
there were
Listen.
people in ancient times that called
I'm
themselves
supposed
medics
to
that would just ram
train
metal
you.
rods into your head.
With your physicality.
you're not showing-
After I'm done training you to be strong enough, I'm gonna send you over to Ebb and Flow so they can teach you how to be a bard.
I got shot
Oh,
by an arrow once,
I-
and one of my friends literally like yanked it out instead of like
I'll also
pushing it
teach you how to
through.
control your fire a bit,
Which
but
made it
that's
worse.
about all. After that, then you're heading over to.
He didn't say he was a medic
Like I
though,
said.
so I don't know.
That sounds painful.
Sounds like a dumb
Also,
friend.
Okay.
the more you rush things, the more people are gonna be ticked at you.
Like, is that actually
The
like
more
a
people are
thing that
gonna
you
be
have to
ticked
Just
push
like
it
medical
through?
Are you gonna
treatment.
take
Don't
that
fucking
thing?
rush things.
Okay,
Not gonna
so
lie,
Also,
would
their
have-
training, they said 1 day of training.
if
Oh,
you're
I'm so much
close
stronger.
To going all the way through, you should pull it all the way through,
Because it was a big
Okay.
step.
so you don't pull the tail
So
through.
you
know what kind of headache that gives me?
And what would you do if
What
it
kind of
goes,
training
like,
you
into
giving
the
them, Mario?
Chest?
But no, it was like
I'm
it was,
giving
like,
them normal
through my
physicality
shoulder,
training, such as
right here,
exercise.
and like it was like
I'm training them to
I
be
went with
strong.
weights
halfway
having,
through.
the-
Instead of like pushing it the rest of the way through, this fucker just like
walking with
yanked
cane.
it out like
No,
3, 2, 1.
Not
Mama didn't
sorry.
raise no bitch.
Right, so
With
we
weights
start
around
grabbing
my
stools and throwing them at
arms
her.
and legs.
You can dodge a stool, you can dodge a
Happy.
gunshot.
That's how that works, but sure.
Is this the wrench method?
Hey, the
Yes.
wrench method of training. See, you heard of it.
It was like dodging.
I was
bullets.
going to try that later once they actually become
It's
slightly
easier
faster. But
catching
yeah.
them than dodging them.
I mean, I do basically the same, just like my dodging is standing behind Bestie. So, and he
Hey,
takes the
see,
bullets.
that's
so.
smart dodging. That's clever dodging right there.
You're a
Grab your
vampire.
nearest
You
meat
got
shield
super
and
speed to
block 'em all.
dodge yourself.
Yeah, but it would still ruin
I
my
use
clothing,
walls
and
and other
Bestic's suit is
things.
not a loose.
I use
Just
my
don't
legs
have
to
kids, because
protect myself.
unfortunately you can't dodge alimony.
That's true.
Too late for me.
Also, pay your
Very
taxes.
shite,
You can't touch the
unfortunate.
IRS either.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you can't dodge the tax. Well, you can, but the bastards will
I mean,
heat
You'll
You'll
just
seek it.
probably
They'll
fail.
find you eventually.
Still learning about that stuff.
Yeah, you're fucked either way. But yeah.
The IRS doesn't provide you a pillow to bite whilst they're going in dry.
I mean, you know how Bestic is getting shot, slashed, etc., and he was able to fight. Amy punched him once in the balls, and he was like knocked the fuck out. He was like only on the ground crying.
She has
Obviously,
physical
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
she
like
hit him in
any
the
dude
balls
in
back
junks,
at
they're gonna,
District
like,
5
go
too.
down.
Yeah, I was never proud of her when she was doing that. She basically made the demon cry. It was like
It's
one of
funny.
those moments when you're proud.
It was funny when it happened around me.
Yeah. I mean,
I gave her a
Bestic
cookie
has,
as a
like,
reward.
Yeah, I mean, Bestic has quite a thing for that because he was punched by Amy in the balls. By
Why
by
does
Amy.
everyone go for the testicles?
I have no idea, but
Because
his
it's
list
the
is quite
most
long.
sensitive
So my
spot.
daughter.
Because Amy was being carried by him around me, and that's the only area she could hit.
You're
Yeah.
way better getting someone like right in the liver, making him piss blood, than actually punch him in the dick. Which is
Well,
worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's better, just
Bestic
like-
has quite the people on the list. He has like
Actually, never
Amy,
mind.
Sometimes you
this
can make
this
people throw up though.
this homeless guy.
Yeah, you
I
could.
think
Yeah.
this
Better when they
Luca
blow to
guy,
the solar plexus, though.
and even Draco did. Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah, Draco hit Bestic with his cane in the dick because he was like dodging the first thing.
Oh my god, isn't that thing made out
Yes,
of...
it was amazing.
Yeah, he was like Amy was like trying to punch him. He jumped like.
Isn't it made out of
across the
corruption?
room, and Draco was like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Draco's cane's made out of corruption or something. At
Like,
least.
who was it I sack tapped?
Oh my.
I think I sack tapped Jack one time.
Hello.
How long were you there?
Hey everybody.
3 seconds.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that.
Hey.
You as well.
I bet.
It just got here.
Hi.
Oh,
It's fine, he's a
Finally
tough
got
little
the hang of my
bastard.
powers a little bit.
He very
Still
much
not
is.
super
Cool.
good at controlling them, but I'm at least able to stop it thanks to Oreos. You gave me a marble view.
And how's like this zombie thing in Superior going? So, like,
Mana
anything
pearls are
better now?
fucking useful. People just don't realize it till last
Don't
second.
Don't get me
Yeah.
started. Don't get me started.
We
Preparing-
dodged the
Come on, Seven, get
bullet
started
with
about
the
what?
storm.
Come on.
I'm interested.
I don't
I'm
exactly know
interested.
what happened. But,
Also, remember,
I just know that there's
Nothing
no
natural
Started
works in
about
here,
what?
so
The storm is like
nothing will happen.
somewhere else.
I know
It's
that.
not like
Only outside.
around like Orlando, Osaka, or
You know, I really want you to
Lithira
see those.
anymore.
Looks like I'm not the only
Yeah,
one.
we could- we
that's
could
I was
also-
Steel
really
actually
disappointed
mentioned
about that
somewhere.
shield holding
No,
his
we
gun.
still don't.
You
Because Steel was actually mentioning Superior City in his speech.
Yay,
I'll
2 people I'm
packet.
teaching are right here.
Wink. Don't worry.
Yeesh.
Really?
What do you have to
Was-
say about
but-
it?
He called
Do you
it
think I
incompetent
have
leaders,
Hmm.
weak, only caring for corporations. Blah blah blah. This
Be
guy.
helpful.
I wonder
I prefer to be
Right on the
hands-on
money.
about
Right
stuff.
if the Dragon Girl has a problem
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
patience.
basically
Came to
what
me
he
for
said
help.
I wonder if I I were to lock her inside one of my spells and see how long it takes.
Why do people keep coming to
When are
me?
we starting the fire
pretty sure.
training?
This might be like.
Whenever you decide to come back to the damn archipelago, because you've been
Part of
gone
me
for the
wants to
longest
just,
time.
like, go up
The
on
thing is happening. I'll
at the Purple
explain.
Lotus. There's like a stage, and like
I mean, you
on that
already know
stage,
about
you
it.
can
I-
anyone can like go up there, just
Shouldn't-
ask staff.
I will
Barbie
come
just
back
wants to, like,
there
go
and
up there,
forward with that
we
shit.
Just walk
start
in
the
and just like go on
training
a
and
political
fucking
rant,
ASAP
like
because
against the fucking
I'm ready to go.
Zephyr system, but they'll probably like.
Because I have no issue locking
physicality training.
locking a fire dragon with me inside a giant spell.
I'm not kidding.
Fire is.
If you want to get
It
speaking
took me
and
an
shit in
entire week to
Orlando,
get
Osaka,
the-
but if they think you're
to get
speaking
to the
any wrong,
physicality
flatters
of
you guys
what
have.
you expect.
they'll
I
Mhm.
hate it.
stop
I hate
you
every
on the
part
spot.
about it. I hate the
What kind of
concept.
flatter do you
I
guys
hate
have?
the fact that they're
The food
they're
platters,
Man.
they
only
basically have all the
for a
necessary.
week.
They have meat,
So
they have
maybe
vegetables,
Steel
they have
doesn't
all
entire
that.
that
week.
much of
If
shit about
only.
it.
Constant of
I
constant
guess I'll get
training.
one.
Actually,
then.
hear this one? It took her an entire week to get the physicality she
Maybe
had.
Steel was
She
not
was
talking
very,
that much
very
shit
weak.
then.
Now she
Maybe he
probably
was quite right about
punched
Superior.
somebody out. A week.
If she can
Yeah,
hit
he's
them.
like I said,
hard
right on the money.
Exactly.
Again, being able to throw a punch that could break through a
I mean,
concrete
have you
wall.
been to
Oh,
the
well and
Zephyr?
good.
Have you
Doesn't
fought
Can I
mean
get a
shit if you
Kentucky
can't actually
yogurt
hit
too?
him.
once?
Sure.
Exactly.
I only
You
heard
keep
about
corrupting
them.
things.
It would be 25
You know,
credits
the
in
problem I'm
total.
having is, a lot of people tell me, yeah, go fight them.
It's only gonna
And I'm
come back to
like,
bite you in the ass
Why should
later.
I care? I don't
Well,
live there.
these guys
It's like, it's not
actually
my
Not in the
problem.
fun way.
Why should I go there and fight zombies?
It only
What,
would
what if they
Oh,
come to your place?
do you
What if
want
they,
me
like,
to
come
put the
Red
stamp?
Diamond and start
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be so
you can
glad
live
once I'm
with
done
me.
with the
Yeah.
fire training, then I don't
Come
have to teach them
Like,
anymore.
they
Why
seem to
would
be
they
checking
come
in.
to
Thank
Diamond
you.
City?
Oh, how many credits?
That's
25.
They're zombies.
the mindset
They-
of a
Reach it,
teacher.
Alright, here you go.
well, not regular zombies. Like they're
It's not
following a
voluntary
leader, and that
teacher,
leader
it's more
basically wants to like
so
corrupt the
it's a
world. You know,
precaution
big
to make
bad
sure no one
evil
else gets their
and
ass
shit,
kicked.
and they'll come
don't
for any
fucking
place,
know.
not just
Why?
only no
I
fucking
don't
not just
clue.
Saphira.
I don't know.
The places like Red Diamond, for
People
example.
come to me for some
other
dumbass
planets,
reason. I
you
hate
know.
it.
Well, as best as the ministry,
gonna
I
use
guess,
certain
if
words.
they
I'm
detect
not going
like
to
an
use certain
infection
words.
somewhere, I
I'm
guess they
pretty
just
sure they
use
all
the
start
place
in
like
R.
with District 5.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm being the best I can. But you're saying something considering me.
Repeat yourself. I'm sorry.
Also,
I
I'm
guess the
teaching
ministry,
them,
if they
not
detect, like, an
voluntary, to
infection
make sure no
somewhere,
one
they'll
else
just
gets their
use
ass
the
incinerated
place.
by this one sneezing.
But why though? People live there.
How do you? Wait,
I mean,
Right,
I mean, I was like
where's
saying
your-
the same
right
about
there it is.
Saphira,
Wait,
but
give
now
me a
I
second
hear it
here.
getting worse and worse and worse. Maybe by this point more people died than they would have died if they took the district where it started down at first place.
You're only dealing with a symptom of a problem, not the actual
Is
problem
he
itself. There's
okay?
always a source to these kind of things.
I feel so
You can't
bad.
just like nuke everything, expect everything to like, yeah, be better.
If it's bad, nuke it.
oh, that doesn't sound too good.
What the hell happened with him?
I have
I don't know.
no idea.
By now, she had almost finished the platter of food. Seemed like she was a quick eater. Well, this is a good breakfast.
But yeah, I guess it's more
Oh,
a Saphira
God.
problem.
He doesn't realize that he could just eat all of those.
Not for long, maybe.
I guess we have our own problems. I mean, we have Camp 5, we have the mutants they are trying to get into the city, so...
Mutants? Oh boy, that
Wait, what
sounds
the-
really bad.
You never told me about
So-
any mutants.
Mutants
So-
like zombies?
That's like a Saphira thing, but I'm talking about Camp 5, which is in Diamond City. So, yeah, you know that District 5 was like nuked during the war,
Yeah.
and there's like a wall going around Diamond City. And in District 5, the wall was destroyed because of that. Which leads to the reason of the wall. The wall is there because of an outcome of a great war. At some point, each city is like a state by its own,
They are.
and they got in a fight over power, obviously. And one great person decided it's a good idea to go across the Metaverse, or edge planet they can find, collect what is looking the most dangerous, and then release it on the enemy in hope they win.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, and
shame
at one,
that your
and at
place
one
is so
point, like the,
dangerous.
yeah, at one point the war ended. They just abandoned those creatures in the now called wasteland and built walls around the cities to not being forced to deal with the problem. And so no one has a fucking idea what's crawling around outside.
Raven apparently got banned, but I think it was like for the best since that city was pretty dangerous.
It is. Or at least District 6.
Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
I don't know why he told me this. Apparently he did hit you.
But yeah, this Camp 5 was like
I won't
set
go
down
into
in,
it.
in District 5 where the thingy was breached to contain the wave of mutants getting into the city.
Because he's dealt with people just venting to him
And
the
she
most,
finished the
I'm pretty
attack
sure.
ladder.
Yeah, and
That was
cause
really good.
Spark
I can
during
see
the
that
fight
I
of
got a degree
District 1,
in
he
psychology.
attacked
I came
Steel.
up
She
with
brought
the
over the
method.
now
Steel
empty
decided
ladder
to
as
sign
she had
us
finished
into
it.
Camp 5.
Alright, well I just finished this.
Fair.
There you go. Oh,
And how's that going?
Well, first I assumed, maybe we have to deal with like some fuckers with like a set arm on the
I
forehead,
have to
but
stand in this
actually it was a bit worse.
Too short to sit down.
There's like
Yeah.
some kind of
These ones are
creature,
disabled,
it's
these.
like
Oh, and here's this bell.
invisible,
Hmm.
and it has like a
Thank you
a
for
bell, and it actually managed to hypnotize Amy, and and tried to lure it, like out of the camp and into its arms. It was actually attacking me quite a lot because I got it between it, of course.
Oh, that sounds like major danger right there.
Yeah, and I just
I
like
am smart, but
had to tie
barely.
Amy up, throw her back into the chopper, and she was going back to District 6 because of I assumed it's safer than it
Yeah, fair
actually
enough.
was.
He kind of sounds like Jack.
Then
I'm
what
only
else is
smart in
there?
two
There's like
things.
those.
Alchemy and
how did-
transmutation. That's about it.
Oreo.
I'm not really sure
What-
what I'm good at
how
yet.
did you call those things? Wendigos, yeah?
Wendigos.
got breathing for a start. Congratulations.
There's also like those Wendigo kind of creatures apparently around.
Yeah.
To be fair.
She knows what they are.
Visit the beat rack to see how it is, but I heard I need a guardian though. Would you be my
What
guardian?
else do we have? We have like
Oh,
some
yeah,
motherfuckers
Oh,
which look like
fuck no.
shrooms.
Look, you don't need
Why?
a guardian to go to the
Um,
second meat rack.
There was
Are you
like,
sure?
there's like some
Idiot.
shrimps.
Ah, right. No, in that case,
shrimps.
you definitely need a guardian.
Yeah, they look somewhat like
Do it-
them and
Yeah,
they attack us.
and I'm not the good person for that.
Do they fry
all
rice?
logic.
You're only like what? 1 or 2 or something?
There was around,
One.
they showed up around the water
Yeah.
area,
Yeah,
so
fuck
maybe
it,
they
right.
live in the water. I have no idea.
You need to have a guardian as well if you go.
You know, because shrimp fried rice.
I broke that rule 12 times.
Shrimps that fry rice.
Book.
I mean, I could try to throw like rice at them
Hopefully
and
don't
see what
find
happens.
out. Right.
Yeah, she's
Well,
fine.
yeah,
She
it'll
gets the
probably
bats and,
ask you to leave.
Yeah, just
Maybe
like
like
get a big old bag of some jasmine rice, like throw it at them, and they'll probably like stop,
Yeah.
look at it, and then like
People always come to me for help for some
right,
dumbass
start
reason.
cooking.
You are pretty responsible.
Just get like a pan.
Look, Oreo, maybe it's because they gotta
No, I'm
scrape the
not.
bottom of the barrel first. They need a baseline of low before they can find something
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Like,
And there's like those tall fuckers. They're like going up to around
mean-
the end, like the start of the
I'm
track.
trying to learn. I'm complacent.
shit.
I'm terribly complacent.
Yeah,
and
and
that's
they're
gonna
like
fuck me over.
big ass motherfuckers, like looking like someone who
Halfway.
went to like a fast food restaurant too much. And yeah,
Then I can go.
Yeah,
Take a
yeah,
nap
those guys are
before
not bad.
lying fork.
Yeah. Of course I do.
yeah, but like, I went there with the assumption of like just like a few freaks running around, and then I just walk into a forest, and then I look up.
I'm,
It was quite a
I'm too
surprise.
comfortable where I currently am in terms of mentality and physicality.
Shit.
But there's also, there's also like
You didn't miss a thing.
those,
Well,
those
I lagged out.
they have like this,
So you say that
You
like
did.
basically like a bodybuilder like
I'm
me,
too
but they're like
comfortable where I physically
completely
am.
black and transparent,
mental
like
state.
ghosts.
Every single shot.
And all they do is like there's like some part of District 5 close by, and then I'll tell you like that's weird as fuck. You go like if you get close, you can hear like and you're like whispering.
Friend yesterday over
Like
at
it's like
the,
very like
Freaky.
yeah, and those
What was it called?
yeah, and those things are like in all destroyed buildings.
There was an arena and everything.
They somewhat they ignore you. They like just walk past you. It actually happened once. It was like walking past me. It was like oh my god, and they were streaming the light, and then poof, gone.
People tell me you got
Wow.
the
Boop.
urinal 7.
Yeah. I
36.
actually saw what those things can do. There was like one of those bell motherfuckers. He like appeared,
And it's not even from the second
got
car.
touched, and the bell guy like instantly collapsed and was dead.
Just looking to get muffin
Oh,
top.
What?
And the shadow just was gone again.
Hey, it's the
Wow.
cowboy.
That's weird. I tell you.
It's been a while since I saw that.
I'll tell you, it's like very weird.
Yeah, I guess I'm good
Well,
at
you're not
like.
gonna have to worry about
Um,
grocery bills. Maybe you got a more diverse taste.
have you gotten that big fancy hat yet?
It's just called being bored.
Yeah.
Yes, I tell you, if I ever see you around in Diamonds, I'm gonna whip you.
I'm gonna have
It's
to
like
figure out which.
complete like we're going into the cage,
I have to find
and since I'm a vampire, I know how that's gonna end
can't just keep sleeping in the bushes.
without weapons.
Nah. All right,
It-
fine.
know that-
have
But
an
if I
article
win,
that you
If I win,
know where it
you gotta
is.
buy that big fancy hat.
I forgot how we did that time.
So it's, yeah,
Deal?
okay, so
Yes, you
okay,
can.
yeah.
I somewhat miss
And what happens if I win?
Go this time. You can show me around.
I mean, you can
Don't think
figure out
it's
where
like that
everything
you need
is.
to
It's
brush your
pretty.
teeth,
Bragging rights, I guess.
As he hasn't really had any proper
I
hygiene.
prefer this one.
He wants to remember.
They give you a mint.
It was cozy.
Did I actually mention that? Did I actually mention that I noticed that I'm almost strong as Bastic now?
You really need hygiene.
I haven't found a good place.
Have you tested it out in an arm wrestling contest?
I was actually able to pick him up.
You know where it is. You have a map.
Yeah.
Wait, was I there?
You know,
Maybe a map?
can't do my thing
Yeah.
in here.
I just wanted to like draw you a picture of how big the fuck up is. You did?
It irks me.
Well, I guess
Oh
my god. Okay.
I
Yes. Yes.
What will be annoying for me, I have to wear the mask if you do that.
Easiest odds ever. Kind of best.
Because if I like, actually, if you get like a nosebleed, it's not very good for me if I...
Dude, your mic's kind of quiet. You turn the volume up. My mic's bit.
I assumed like,
Oh,
oh yeah, it's gonna take a few weeks and you're fine, but like,
Yeah, it's kind of quiet.
Yeah, voice box.
it's like still, if someone gets like a cut, it's like, I don't know, it's like even worse than those voices in those District 5.
Some kind of voice
It's like like my eyes are glued on it. I cannot like take them off. Alim said it's gonna be better, but I hope that's gonna be soon.
It was kind of funny.
I was gonna say something. Now I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Congratulations, you have
It's
gained
kind of
yourself a piece.
a dead meme now, but back in fucking Zephyr, people were joking about this movie that came out like 400 years ago called Morbius, which was like the best-selling movie of all time that made like $300 more billion. I was gonna say, do you ever, if you ever like see blood or like go vampire or mode, do you ever say to yourself, it's Morbin time?
A little bit considering how many times I said your name in like the last 10 minutes.
I don't even know the movie, but I feel like I should be ashamed of you saying such a
I
thing.
was over
The
there.
irony is, they said they were very observant not 5 minutes ago.
Ooh, maybe not Morbin time, but you can say it's Ray time.
They're not with
It's
you.
Ray time.
But not everything else.
Exactly.
If I lose, it's stop at time.
Right here. I swear.
It's alright.
Literally, for someone like
It's like
me,
my battle dress,
you-
like,
this is actual fucking torture, right?
come on, I can't even take myself serious anymore.
They're talking Toju up there, and those two are talking about Morbius.
Is your hair
Huh.
white because you're born with it, or
Well, it's not good to
decorated?
always take things seriously.
It's true, but I learned that.
Because
Oh, and yeah. Well, that's happened. Well, not my granddad, but Amy's granddad.
You're fine. Just
Oh.
Basically,
How'd that go?
Well, he made sure to let me know how much of a disappointment I am. But for Amy, he's like all over Amy. Like, it's weird to see that he actually cares for children because I never got that experience. Yeah.
Underground. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Sunday ground, yeah.
Sounds like a prick.
Yeah, I think that's where that one
Yeah,
guy
he is. So, like, it was weird. The moment when he's like sitting in the same room as Amy, it was
I
actually
used to work there.
likable. But he like stepped out and then he called someone instantly homeless.
It's just that, like, the person that I
And I
saw,
forgot to mention that that's actually the chairman of the ministry.
He didn't seem like the kind to cause problems.
Oh,
Yeah.
I probably worked at 2 places.
So
I bet that isn't awkward at all.
for me, there was suddenly I was like standing. I was like, I'm you, and suddenly I'm standing like in front of you with like cops behind me. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Steele told him where I am because of the fuck up Spark did. If he would been still alive, I would kill him by now.
I'll probably have to find a job
considered
too
his
because
selling of
Or would you turn him into a vampire?
substances and all that.
I've been living
No,
with,
no. That prick. I'm not sure if I should be glad he's dead, but
Go to
car.
market.
I only have about like
he caused more harm than good after a while.
Goddamn.
I will.
I
But
mean, he even broke his arm for like display on his armor.
I will go there. I just wanna also
During a battle where Rin came to
Why?
help us.
why not provide it?
Actually, probably gonna leave right now, to be honest.
Okay,
This
yeah,
guy was
screw
like,
him.
nah, it was weird.
Well, could he help it if he was like a little loosey goosey, or was he like?
I don't really have the time to deal with like a retard who tries to fight everything and causes the new government to give us shit.
No, he had several metric tons of something that he was trying to sell at some point.
Fair
See you,
point.
too.
I can't remember what it was.
Sorry, my stupidity gives you a headache.
I think it was a stone of some kind.
I haven't noticed
Oh, like, I'm gonna get something to drink, I
It
guess.
was like a ship there or
Yeah,
the
same.
order form. What?
Could I get what I always don't like to speak out because it makes me feel like a freak?
Any preferred type?
I mean, it's on the menu.
0 negative.
Alright.
I mean, you don't have to be ashamed about it. It's on the menu for a reason.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's so weird. It's weird.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what do you want, Casey?
Just pass me some coffee, black.
Normal, strong.
Strong.
Coming up. Here you go. Five
Thank
points.
you. Right here.
Thank you.
Then again, I've been aimless for a while.
Cheers, bro.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the Irish, I guess, right?
Last time I was here, I was chased around by my lord. So,
By your god.
lord.
Oh.
But he was stuck in like some bunny-like state, so
Who only knows?
it was quite
Maybe
easy to
we'll
outrun
find
him.
another place. What that? Just arson, or should we thinking about blowing out the foundations as well instead of collapsing the whole building? You know, halfway through the burn, so it's you get a whole plume go up. You really gotta stop throwing back on old IRA now.
Do you ever have like a memory of a dream that like you remember was like
I swear.
real, but like you can't remember the details of it?
You still get grenades. RPG.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
I don't know. I've been thinking about this weird ass tree that's like in the middle of the sky, and like a rabbit, some sort of like rabbit. Like you've ever read like Alice in Wonderland?
Definitely helpful.
Yeah, like a rabbit like that, but instead it was like a mix of a rabbit and a white rabbit wearing the Mad Hatter's clothes.
The best of us.
Interesting.
I don't know, it's so weird.
I never feel it myself.
You know, like I'm like, there's so many like little holes that are missing, like one of those like fill in the blank type things.
Morbid curiosity. So what? I feel like I'm rude for asking this, but why is blood on the menu?
Because we have a lot of people who actually consume blood as a customers. It was most requested one time before we had blood, so it was added to the menu.
It's fair. What was I thinking? Can I get some chocolate milk, please?
Sure.
I don't like those freaks who drink that either.
Chocolate milk?
No blood. All freaks who drink it.
I mean, I don't. That's not necessarily true. I would assume.
Here you go.
Okay, I'm trying to hold on. There we
All
go.
bad people, I tell you.
Oh shoot! I downed the whole thing.
Here.
Oh god! Help! I can't drop it. My arms. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, never mind. I technically dropped it.
Anything that's not from this planet is alien. Yeah, exactly.
I tell you, all bloodsuckers are bad. They only want harm.
Swear, it's gonna be the.
I feel like you have experience. You good? What happened?
Yes, no, the whole
I'm gonna leave you two be.
can be made soluble. Water itself is not soluble.
I am a vampire.
I know that, Tim.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay, then, here we go.
I was messing with you.
Here's a brain teaser for you. Man buys a horse.
I was hoping you were, honestly. Yes.
Then buys
Yeah, don't worry about it.
for $80.
I was like, wow, this guy sounds like a jerk, and then and now it's like either he's a massive jerk or he's messing with me. I'm not sure which.
Oh yeah, don't worry too much about us. Like actually, quite decent people.
Yeah. I would assume it's not the fact that they are bloodsuckers if they are bad. It's the fact that they're bad that they're bad.
Yeah, I mean, some are evil just because evil, you know? It's like, some people are like that.
Yeah, I would assume being a quote-unquote bloodsucker has really not much to do with it, but yeah, that's just me.
Yeah. And Peko stuff going for you.
Could you repeat that again?
How is stuff? Yeah, how's stuff going for you?
Like a riddle.
It is
I don't even know if I can now think of an analogy.
something.
You get put on the spot.
Not good. But yeah.
Poor batch. So lucky I can't do my ticket here. So lucky.
Do you ever get the moment when your daughter gets too nosy?
I need to start hanging around more places that let me do it. Look, yes,
Yeah, I know that moment.
Yes. She's being too nosy, to be very least.
Have you learned how to deal with this newfound success?
It's like very quite hard to imagine now since I met her.
No, I really haven't. We've written the second wave of it.
But as we say in Diamond City, it's like quite water is deep.
Accurate. You get back on your feet.
Or like calm water is deep.
You said that checked out.
But to keep it simple, she is way too curious about someone who I am safeguarding currently. So
Having a heart attack. 22nd.
So the day every dead in the Metaverse hopes that never comes.
You with the whole Faye thing, right?
Sorry, guys. He's losing his memory.
but who knows? I just hope that my daughter actually doesn't get too nosy.
Alzheimer's, not Alzheimer's.
That's basically it.
And then you don't know what age you are when you're under the
I mean,
material, right?
is it necessarily a bad person you're safeguarding?
They are not. But there are situations
Those close say a different story.
that would be problematic if she learned out.
It's uniform.
Huh.
you
I
wearing
have like the
Converse?
feeling that everyone. I mean,
Why are you wearing
I mean that's
Converse?
like a dad
Red
thing.
slacks.
I guess in our eyes, no one ever will be perfect for someone's daughter.
Hmm.
I think that's like our job to be like feeling like that's not the right person.
Hmm.
There's absolutely nobody else.
Metaverse thing I've ever heard.
Converse, dress slacks, dress
Oh
vest.
yes.
That clip-on tie.
I mean, in my case, it's gonna be very easy because if Amy ever met someone, if she's like once she is older, then I'm just gonna take the person with me to Camp 5, and then we're gonna see.
Hmm. That is true. I don't really need to be too worried about that on my daughter's case. She is, after all, well, adult, technically. But it doesn't stop me.
Yeah, it's like.
It doesn't stop me if someone. Hmm.
I mean, does it really matter if your daughter is like 20 or 30 or 40? For you and me, our daughters will always be like our little children. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at least for Amy, since I turned, it means I will be around way longer than she could have hoped for when I was still normal. So
You most likely will be there when she has grandchildren even.
yeah, that's, to be honest, it's like one of the points I'm very. How should I explain it? It's like something no parent should be. No parent should be like around longer than the child.
I mean, it isn't that uncommon in certain species. It's just that
Yeah, but no.
your species, your X species, usually tend to live a little bit shorter than most.
Yeah, but most of the time it was the parents passing away before the child. So.
Yeah, usually.
It feels. Yeah, for me it feels unnatural.
Hmm.
And I don't even want that to happen.
Hmm. 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 Well, I have nothing to say to that. I can't really say anything.
Yeah.
Because my daughter will
I mean,
most
it's
likely be
already
around as long
department.
as I am, so.
For eternal.
Hmm?
For eternal. Never gonna. At least by natural causes, you're never gonna die.
Hmm. That should be the case. Or until that runs out. But still.
I mean, I think even in my case, there's like no age. Like age limit for vampires. At least I wasn't told about it yet. So.
Hmm. Well, but at least your species should have some kind of life expectancy, to say very least.
You sure about vampires? I never was told about it.
I am not the most knowledgeable. But then again,
The most. I think the most common way of dying is to have like a insane priest hitting you with a wooden stick into the heart. So.
yes, which is funny. Funny sometimes.
I hope that doesn't happen to me. It sounds quite annoying.
Yes, I have had a nice encounter once with the paladin who was really smite happy. Wasn't fun.
Yeah, I guess. It's like this kind of guy. He looks at your horns. He's like, "Oh, you mighty beast! I have to slay you for this village or this god or blah blah blah."
No. 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 It was not the zealous type. It was more of the I'm gonna help you to get rid of that demon inside of you. And I'm like, what?
I am the demon. Stop! Stop! I didn't possess anyone yet. Leave me alone.
Because it's not. Well, I don't have wings
So
or
this guy
tails, so it would make it.
So he instantly starts to get like, oh, we have to do exorcism.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
I think that's might be even more annoying than the guy who tries to kill you, because that's a bit more quicker than.
Mm-hmm. And the worst part is that some cases they rally up others, and there are multiple people trying to quote unquote help.
The guys who don't realize that there's an angry mob with torches and big We have to help. I think the worst situations in the metaverse started with someone saying, "I only want to help."
Mm-hmm. Yes. Like there was this one case that I heard that there was this another demon who was basically dying on the ground, and some goody two shoes goes up and says like, "I'm gonna heal you." Lay on hands. The demon dies.
Yeah, it's those self-claimed white knights who try to help everyone and don't even think about the actions for doing so.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say I counted too many of them yet, but I hear quite a lot about such stories.
It is not uncommon at all.
This so-called hero complex.
Well, that's even worse. Goody two-shoes are one thing, the people who wanna always help others. But then there are the hero types who are basically, I'm gonna do this because it's right thing to do. And they don't think any more than that. They run off being quote-unquote hero.
I mean, I told Casey before, I'm really sorry for like this is the bitter city having this zombie issue, but it's not really my problem. We have our own.
I mean, if you're gonna go as far as to eat someone,
Why should I go into a city I never been at and fight zombies who are not my business? I already have Amy to take care for, and I have to look at this damn camp in District 5. So, I have enough problems.
And believe
So I don't
me,
need to go around and...
they will pile up longer you stay in this universe.
If I'm in the middle of like a fucking mountain, I'm hungry as hell.
Considering, at first when I arrived I was basically just finding information. And then my friend who wanted to help me almost killed someone because of that. So
so you're more the kind of person who is able to learn from someone else's mistake without being forced to do the sad mistake himself to learn it.
Yep. There have been.
I mean, better example. Someone has to like put his hand above fire to learn it, sort, while the other one is watching and learns it.
True. But then again, if I were to do that, it would be a different story. Because if I were to put my hand on fire, I could keep it there a long time, and if someone were to just observe and look at that, they would see, I can do that. And then they would do it, and then they would burn.
Oh, Obviously, I was talking about the same species.
Yeah, I guess. But still,
I mean, yeah. I mean, in my case, fire is not a very thing which is really enjoyable. So
hmm.
but I found out that those crosses are like not really that bad for me. It's like a bit irritating, you know, when you get like a little pain, like on the sides of your head, like a little pain. That's like the
Ah,
kind of feeling
yes,
I get when someone
the
starts to wave
crosses.
that in front of me. But it's like nothing where I like scream and I go into ashes or something like
Mm.
that.
The crosses are interesting because even I have seen some people who are like they come up to other demons and such, and then they go, and it's like, why? That doesn't do anything. It's just a cross. You're just gonna make me angry.
Yes, sometimes it's doing something like it's gonna do
Well,
that.
it
The guy's getting
depends.
angry and is kicking your ass.
It sure depends. If it's some high priest of something that carries that around, it's dangerous, I guess. But or if you smack people with it. But otherwise, they are just stereotyping.
Yeah. But I guess they might learn it the hard way that it's not working that well.
Hmm.
They just have to meet like one very bad, like one demon or devil or whatever in a bad mood and start to wave that around.
Hmm.
If they're lucky they're able to learn from it. If not, then they're not gonna wave crosses anymore.
Hmm.
Dude, it hurts if you hit people, right?
It hurts you, not them.
Yeah.
And it's
I was just wondering how long it would take him if I grabbed his shirt and ripped it over his head. For him to untangle himself.
Hmm.
Especially if I then
Well.
grabbed his sleeve, pulled him down and tied him together.
That would not hurt.
still, when it comes to getting rid of vampires, I still find the opening portal to desert being the most optimal.
I hope you're never gonna do that on me, because I can feel like a desert would be not a very good thing for me. So
No, it would not.
even with your sun lotion, I think my lifespan would be very short-lived. Damn.
Most likely, it's not perfect sunscreen, and desert can get really sunny.
I basically I just need to survive till the night is
Hmm.
coming, but I actually have to get out in time. But I think I would fail doing that.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be too worried about that. You have no reason for me to do that, so.
No promises.
I'm gonna hit the bedroom quickly. Back in a second.
Causing a little bit of fear
Anyways, let's go
in the
to a
fresh vampire.
Did I already tell you about the factory and the fucking zombies? Yeah, so Misty went with people, beat up High Hall boss,
One more hour,
gone downstairs.
even though it
Factory
seems
basement.
like people are.
Someone jacked into the system, initiated self-destruct,
Hmm.
and we
Well, not
technically
many people
blew up the
left.
factory. Well, it was abandoned. It wasn't a high hall factory. It was just like it was abandoned, but there were high hall bots there. You know. getting rid of all those high hall bots.
True, I don't talk that much, but when I do, I make sure people are never gonna talk me again.
That system, it did like come up on the comp and like started like controlling them.
Oh, is this the Radagast thing?
Who's Radagast? Wait. That is he another one of those big bads? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What were you saying?
I said he's one of the to make everyone like.
So kill
The big
kill
bad.
the plushies, got it.
And enslave all the synthetics.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, that's why I asked if it was him, because from what I know, he's been vanquished.
Couldn't tell you. I don't even know what Radagast sounds like.
Oh boy.
Guys, you are hired. Destroy High Hall boss. Were you hired by High Hall itself?
No, it was there was just a mission on the Misty board, and I just took it. I need the cash because I need to pay off a weapon. So yeah, those fuckers can pack
I
a punch.
think
Broke my rib, gave me
they
a
might have
concussion.
misheard me
I was supposed to rest for the day, but that same day there was
multiple
also,
times.
zombies invading Zafira. So I said,
Understandable.
fuck it, and went down to Zafira, knowing that my arm was messed up, and I fought zombies too. And that really fucked me up.
So this is expressing that you are not intelligent. Or intelligent. Seems broken in you.
That's not exactly true.
How has the sun cream been working?
Quite decent, actually. I just have to make sure that I'm not missing a spot, but
I'm not dumb, okay?
Well, I think that's easy to
Because
determine if you miss a spot.
What's life
Yeah.
without a little bit of danger?
yeah, I had that. I had like a sting, and it was like the smoke. I was like, oh, you know, so quickly like covered with a glove. But it's actually working quite well.
Neither confirm nor deny.
Very good work on your end.
That is good. Need to go gather some more moon lilies
That was
in a later date, but considering I used all of them.
then
But
Oh,
you
I
lost
see.
to 'em, right?
I probably know more
well,
about
they tend to. When you make 3 jars full of sunscreen made out of moon lilies,
all
moon
I
lilies
know
tend
is
to
that, something happened
tend
and,
to
like, the storm
run out
disappeared
quite
from,
fast
uh,
because you need to grind them and
somewhere else, I
all
believe,
that
right?
jazz.
I see.
so
But
that's moved. Fantastic.
it's for a good cause, so I can actually walk around without being in flames.
Yep, 2 jars for you and 1 jar for someone else.
You more about it, you could-
I know the basis of the storm. Why
I still don't know if that
Maybe
will work on them.
I know the basis.
Maybe one day I get in a level like
I do not know.
Ellie, so I don't need, so I'm not that
Okay, don't
Easily
no need to
destroyed by sun anymore.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that's gonna be like a way long wait.
Yes. considering thin. I think you are thin blood. Oh well.
Back here again.
Wait, hit hand.
Could not tell you.
Oh man.
Very sorry. I'm trying to just look at the menu right now, and I'm
Yes.
very bad at reading.
No worries.
That's fine. Actually, it went a little bit quieter now at District 6 since the Civil War ended. I mean, beside the problem with Spark, as you might have heard when I was
Yes.
telling.
Part of me wants to like just like
Yes.
That is just really like, he died like a lift, stupid.
pop like a balloon if I
Right. Oh shit, right, I forgot to swipe over the credits for fucking the chocolate milk. Hold on. Pulls out a pad and swipes over the credits. Also, can I get a cookie, please?
I don't know if this should
Normal or strong.
like that lightning has like
What?
Normal or strong.
feelings to it, if that makes sense. Like
Normal, please.
Coming up.
talk to your daughter.
Here you go. One normal coffee.
Uh,
What was your name?
okay. Let me just figure it out.
Oh yeah. And she's the one that runs the
And coffee is 5 credits. So
Alright, hold on, let me get this dropped. Okay. He pulls out the pad again, swipes the credits.
get like missing your
Hmm.
props and all that, but like is it really worth destroying the entire part of the
so
city?
Are they speaking about districts being destroyed?
I don't want to.
Hmm.
I don't feel like jumping to conclusions, but she sounds like a pretty.
Yeah, there has been a lot of stuff in Sapphire City happening.
Casey, I told you, just nuke it.
No. People live there.
I see. Oh, right. Here. Have my contact information if you need more sunscreen or anything else.
Ah, that's great. Actually, let me. So yeah, the top one, that's for me personally. And the lower is for the militia, for the HQ. If I'm not around, then the lieutenant, like basically Bastic, is gonna pick up.
Alright.
Because sometimes when you're like in the ministry building, you know, we have like in District 1 they claimed the old corporation building, and when you go in, they're like paranoid about spies from corporations, and I'm like surprised you can steal your clothing, but they take like everything from you. It's like everything.
Well,
Can
not
you
so-
imagine? When I was like going in, they even said I have to take off the shoes so they can see if I have something in it.
We basically agreed on a plan to basically like go in there, like absorb and sort of like disperse and redirect as much electricity as
It's like my
possible,
home.
like avoid all this shit. Like
Nothing works. No Wi-Fi. No connections to the guards. Yay.
And it's like, you know, like this feeling when you, I don't know, when you like walk down a road or you stand somewhere and you always have the feeling that someone's watching you.
I mean, that's why we focus on redirection, not like.
Yeah, you have like when the second you like step into the building, you have this feeling. And I'm actually pretty sure that it's even not just a feeling.
And they also, the meteor also did like set up lightning rod in order to.
Well, considering
mitigate some of the damage.
House of a City, there are eyes everywhere. I am not surprised.
Yeah, it's like
Because even here we have eyes
yeah, it's
everywhere.
like
We have cameras.
true. I was like wondering. I was wondering was it like even necessary if you have like this artifact kind of thing around.
Always a given.
Well, that doesn't mean even if we have artifact, people can still steal our chairs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the industrial
Did that happen before?
I'll be
N- Not specifically chairs, but people are dumb.
I mean, there's
sometimes.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like this saying that when there's a rule, there's a reason for it. So something had happened to you.
Yeah.
Like,
That's like,
We have cameras
and that's only dealing with the symptom of the problem.
for a
It doesn't
reason,
actually deal with like whoever is like.
from what I know.
I mean, it's like the same. I guess it's like the same reason for the rule in a bar, in Bestic's bar, when you pull a weapon, like everyone is shooting at you. It's like also a rule because in the past there was like a lot of problems with like people getting into fights, and then at one point someone drew a gun, and then someone else drew a gun, and then someone else drew a gun.
Ah,
and
yes,
it
the
was
chain
like
reaction.
getting into
Hmm.
yeah, and to prevent that, Bestic said if someone draws a gun, everyone can shoot at that person, but then end of story.
Hmm.
So it's also always the guy pulling the weapon first who is taken down.
Hmm.
All because of this one bitch. Where's she at? I'm a freaking solo her.
I mean, yeah, quite hard but fair rule in my opinion.
Hmm.
What?
Do you even know her?
Hmm.
Yeah, obviously, if like
I mean, she can't be.
like a 2 meter or 3 meter mutant or demon starts to punch you around, obviously you can protect yourself, but not like people on eye level should solve it like in I don't know, with fists or something non-lethal.
But I don't think that.
Hmm. So only self-defense that is more life-threatening situations, I see.
Yeah, it's like
Bastard.
how should I like explain it? Rigged like in a way which is not over the top, kind of thing.
So why don't we just like go
Hmm.
after Athena, like tell her to,
If
like,
someone punches you, punch him back,
otherwise we're just gonna like
kind
you
of
know,
thing. Just don't get any weapons involved, so everyone will survive like a black eye. But if you shoot someone, that's a different story.
Hmm.
with what or who?
And I actually got like quite tired of like every people like oh, you have this weapon, look at my weapon is way bigger. Oh, look at my secondary, that's even bigger. Like that's like so silly.
Ah, yes. That happens, yes. One guy pulls something out, another one is like, I have that too. Then the third one is like, oh, I have that three.
Yeah, and then like another guy, oh, they're childish, look at this baby. And then, like this continues, they might get in an argument and then they start using that shit and it's like not good.
Hmm. Like when someone is like, I have a good knife, then someone is, I have a gooder knife, but it's actually a short sword. Then someone else is like, hey, this is a great sword, but it's better than yours. And then someone has an even bigger sword. And then there is someone who actually just has way too big sword. That should not work at all.
Yeah. I mean, like, we most of the time say then solve it outside.
And
So I was gonna stay like if they actually go outside to solve it there, then I'm gonna watch a moment, and then I throw the winner like into the jail. So
Hmm.
possible without someone actually dying, because I'm really tired of seeing people passing away for like a stupid reason.
Well, that's not
Just
gonna change.
Yeah, obviously, but I don't want it to happen like on my doorstep without at least trying to do something.
Hmm. Because I have
As
seen.
I don't think it's very good for.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen people who try to piss off definitely the wrong person for most stupidest reasons ever.
It's like play a stupid game, play a stupid game, win stupid prizes. Yeah.
Hmm. Because people never learn that their actions have consequences. They never learn.
It's like I don't know what they expect. It's like when you start, if you go up to someone and start trouble, of course it's coming back. If you're unlucky, the person is stronger.
Hmm.
There's the reason I try to stay good with most people I met. I just can't really. I'm not a fan of corporation people, but.
Hmm. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you can't understand it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very unlikely for me to encounter them in Diamond City. I think it's more likely that I encounter them here than in Diamond City, because in Diamond City it's considered like a crime to being part of a corporation. So.
Hmm.
If only I could know for sure. In fact, if only I could actually, like, go back home, but that's still an impossibility. Sorry, try not to get choked up.
Did you had like any encounters yet with the Sapira zombies, or is it like myself just heard about them?
I mostly heard about them, considering they are mostly, for whatever reason, mostly in the water district. I don't go there. That's where Mitrak is.
Ah, this. Yeah, I heard about that place. I've been there, like, as you know, for a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I have not been on that area, so
And are there any, like, water users who can
haven't really had an
I'm a bit.
opportunity
I'm a
to
bit
meet
curious
them.
about that place. I'm a bit curious about that place.
Hmm. Yes. It is a curious one, indeed, considering who owns it. But,
Who owns it, actually? I think Casey told me once, but I forgot,
Yes,
forgot the
Hamsky.
name. Is that like a cuter form of hamster?
I don't know, unfortunately, that far. They are Hamsky. They look like the general prisoner, basically, because they wear a mask almost always.
Ah. I see.
The one that black one ate, that is like an infinity sign or something. The black one.
Oh, like a raccoon.
Yes.
Ah.
I know that.
He is usually around multiple places. I have seen him in Lying 4 a couple times, in Lotus multiple times. He is around.
What kind of guy is that? If he runs a place that went like.
Well, that's the fun part. He is the most unexpected guy to actually own something. For certain.
Oh, really? It's like that unlikely?
Yes, because I remember him getting yelled at by someone when I was at the bathroom in the Lotus. And then the guy who yelled at him started kicking down the stall doors and said to everyone who was in the stall, "You didn't hear anything."
Do something than to just like sit around and twiddling your fucking thumb, right?
That was an
So it doesn't
experience.
matter if it's all or nothing. We still need to do something.
Sounds like a very kind person.
Oh, the guy who yelled was a giant human, basically. I think his name was Commander or something.
I can't say if I heard about him yet.
Well, he has not been
What does-
around in a
does
long
Hems-
time. From last what I heard, something about coma or something. But
Oh.
so I don't know too much on that, unfortunately. Aside for the small bits and pieces that you learn in the Lotus. So
Yeah, I heard a little bit from the same Hemsky guy from Casey over there, but not really too much. And before I could actually meet him, Cupcake got me to leave the place.
yeah.
For my team, it was the first time I met him, and I didn't know he's actually a quite nice person.
I have met him couple times, which were little weird situations, but still. Like we were the first one that I remember was basically at the onsen when he was trying to basically look how someone that was a tall synthetic or Gainamo, I don't know this point anymore, but he was trying to be sneaky in a giant suit / chassis, and it was quite hilarious. I have forgotten the name of that individual, unfortunately. It was a long time ago. And oh boy, was that fun. There were basically a line of people following this giant metal man, basically, trying to be sneaky. And then there was this one occasion that was more likely when there was what was it called? St. Patrick's Day, I believe. When he basically, because I didn't participate in the green contest for obvious reasons, so I basically stood out there and he just walked past me and said to me that I liked you when you were on the stage, and then walked by me, and I was like, what?
Well, I mean, I know like a few names, but just not like the people. I just heard like the names. But one of those guys I want to meet at one point, cause everyone calls me by his name. That is this Wayne.
Ah, Wayne.
It's like yeah, actually. At the bar, I actually have like a baseball bat now, and everyone who comes in and calls me Wayne gets introduced by it.
But what if Wayne walks in and then says, "You look like me"?
That's something different. But if he would say hello Wayne, then I might hit him because I don't recognize it as him. I actually have no idea what it is. I just was told he looks similar to me, so
yes, it does.
I know like two guys so far who look similar. Like one is Gen, and the other guy I met at the where was it? There was like it was like a guild. They was fighting something in a training area, like a dragon or something. Wilds.
I don't know that person, but I might know who that is.
No, no, no. It was like the place where it been like this place was called Wilds, I think.
Ah. But yeah, they are.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, if you ever meet Wayne, he's a nice fella.
Ah, okay. I just, I'm still pissy at how is he called? The guy in the black suit who calls me again of District 6.
Kinda black suit. That doesn't narrow down at all.
He has like a black suit, white hair, one of the owners.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Because
most likely.
since he mentioned that, I can hear it from Bastic like nearly every time at District 6.
But that's how
I
kitchens
did
are.
not. I
Causing
did not
mischief.
appreciate it at all. Yeah.
And it is not wondering at all.
Don't need to tell me twice.
But then again, you should take that as a compliment.
Should I?
Yes.
Huh. Well, at least so far no one seems to hate me, so I'm pretty happy, I guess. Somewhat. Did Casey left? I didn't even say bye.
There's still 34 minutes left.
Ah, yeah, actually. I'm just like waiting. I ordered like some
Hello,
stuff
Star.
like protection gear and like some more weapons for Camp 5, and I'm really wondering how it's gonna turn out. So.
So what?
I made sure that I have like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I made like sure that I get like a gas mask along with it, because you know how I have to wear like take the mask out. This mask when I'm like around District 6 often, because in
Yes,
case
the
someone
soup
gets
mask.
injured or shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually like an improved version I got from Ellie. Because it's not very good in my, let's call it, fresh state. If someone gets injured and I actually smell and see it, it's not very like a good combination I can handle when I see it, but the smelling part is still a bit. So I made sure to get like a gas mask coming along with it, because it's not that fragile than the mask I have right now. And you were saying?
I already forgot.
Next time I'll let you finish first.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it will come back.
But I think it was about Camp 5, yeah?
Oh, right. The shadow beings that you were talking about. I'm curious about those.
Yeah. You mean those with the belts, or the one of the district?
I don't know which one you were talking about in specific case. It just
I can just tell you both, I guess. So there's like this bell one. He's like somewhat invincible if he's moving. Like you can see like slightly where it is. It has like a bell. It's like ringing before it shows up. And for some reason, it seems to target one person at a time and ignores everyone else. And if it stays around too much, at least that's what happened to Amy. She was like in a brain dead state. She was running after that thing. And she was even like screaming and punching everyone when you tried to stop her. But it actually had even like a form which is not a shadow, because when like the thing was like belling like a few times, it actually appeared and it looked like very. I was wondering how that thing is alive, because you could see bones and it was like yellow glowing parts, and it was like attacking everything that's between the thing and the target.
Well, I don't think that should be the surprise, considering Cupcake is around.
I was about to say that sounds a lot like Cupcake.
Well, it was not Cupcake. The Cupcake, the thing was not polite enough.
Yes, Cupcake is very polite.
Yeah. No, actually true. That's actually true. But yeah, and those other, well, let's just call them shadows. I have no fucking idea what they are. So yeah, there's like we have like in the area we are stationed, there's like some part of District 5, which is like more like ruins by now. And when you start to approach it, when you're like at the border of where the district started, you can already hear like, I don't know, like a very slight whispering, I'd call it. And sometimes in like old buildings or like on the road, you can see one of those shadows. But some just disappear, but there was other one which I nearly like touched by accident, because it was like running around the corner and was like screaming, oh my god, and then like, oh, the light, and then poof, it was gone. Yeah. And one of those bell guys actually chased us into that district, and when it appeared, also one of those shadows appeared and like touched that thing, and the bell, I don't know, bell hunter, or how I should call it, just like collapsed and was dead. And the shadow just poof, was gone again.
I see.
They like
I
ignore,
see.
at least us, they ignored completely.
Curious.
I mean, I have to admit, after that show, we didn't stay very long, so. I'm like, maybe it's like for you interesting, but when you like at the border, it was like very quiet, this kind of whispering. But if you go deeper, it was getting more clear and clear, and that was the moment I said, "There, we're gonna go back." When then actually the spell starts seeing collapsed after the touch.
I have an idea what those are.
Interesting.
Yeah, but of course we had this kind of person around who was like, oh, I have this sword of soul slaying, let me kill them. And I'm like, they're not attacking us and I would really like to keep it that way, so let's just leave.
I know someone who has one of those.
Yeah, it's like, we already had those bell guys, we had like those Wendigos and those tall fucks after us, and I didn't want to add like those shadows also, who seem to kill like a bell with one touch, so. Don't make more enemies than necessary. Especially when you just arrived at that fucking area.
Curious indeed. I might need to visit.
On another note, I might need to leave. At least.
No, see you around then.
Goodbye.
Be safe.
I'll try.
Yeah, right now I'm like thinking actually on to improve the defense of the camp, because apparently we are supposed to do that, because the ministry said they don't have any resources for that, so it's more like a polite way to tell you to do it yourself. well, for that kind of work, I actually hired Goblumon as technician, so you can look into that kind of stuff. He's not much of a combat person, but engineer stuff he seems to know well. Especially when it comes to programming.
Curious. Even though I'm not sure if you can defend the camp with technology alone.
But yeah, right now, Oro is like doing some sort of research, I guess, of the creatures. She told me she has like a paper
course she
she
would.
gave me. As a, I did not take a look on it yet, but I will have later. Did she does it always? Like, I assume by what you just said.
It is not surprising. She is one of the smarter ones when it comes to stuff. Always trying to improve.
I mean, at least for us, I don't mind people doing that. If they find stuff out and tell us, it means other stuff goes a bit less dangerous for us. I guess it's only if you don't know anything about it, it's more dangerous than if you know what to do when it's around. So.
Yes. Knowledge is power. Old saying.
Yeah.
But yes, Oreo is smart, that is undeniable. Even though she does not really seem like it sometimes.
Yeah, I was like impressed what she's like doing. She's like training someone in magic. She's like helping Bestic with his fire sword and magic, and I don't know. I know she's doing this research on the mutant. She seems to be interested in quite a lot of stuff.
Yes. And then she still says she doesn't understand why people come up to her. That's what happens when you help people.
Yeah, the thing is, when someone tells me like he's doing that, for me that sounds like I'm a busy person, and then I'd rather ask someone else.
Yes. Well, even I tried beating Oreo, but unfortunately my spell was not good enough, so...
Improve, as you just said.
Yes, I did. And the spell that I wanted to use on her is now turned into a defensive spell on me instead.
Maybe get those bullets the cops in Diamond City use, because they seem to penetrate nearly everything.
That's not the issue. The issue is she can down me basically by a single spark. That's the issue.
Well, lucky for you, she's on your side. With the,
yes, lucky for me.
I mean, she was actually around when that stuff with Spark happened, and I was actually very glad she didn't try to do something. Because I know the temper of the ministry, and if such a person starts to go riot, they're just gonna send those device guys in, and then your magic is like, poof. And I don't want to be responsible for something like that again after what happened with Sekiro.
Even though Oreo is capable in melee combat. So...
Yeah, that's the problem. Those guys are like not really going very close to you. It's like they're gonna stand like way over there and shoot you with rifles.
the good old range versus melee. But
Yeah. At least nowadays the problem is they're gonna be standing right over there on the other side of the road. There's gonna be some guys on the roof. It's not
Yes.
very friendly for melee weapons.
That it would sound like unfortunate. Well, if I ever visit that city, I might just go there in my demon form.
Don't worry too much. I mean,
You
the
say
civil
that.
war's quite.
You say that. Yet all I hear is people barging in a bar, shooting people, Amy getting kidnapped. Wait, twice already, or whatever the case was, and
Yeah,
of course the
that's-
whole
I mean,
civil war thing that was around.
yeah, I mean, but this kind of like the civil war was the reason for most of that, and that ended. And the ministries currently, don't get me wrong, they are not very friendly people. At least in my opinion, they are not very friendly people. But they have somewhat of an iron boot down on people's necks, so not as much happens anymore. Just like this, like one golden rule. Do you have like an ID or like a passport kind of thing?
No.
No. But yeah, actually quite lucky because I am like the militia captain of District 6 and blah blah blah. Technically I could give you one. So if they ask you, do you have ID, just show that thing. If you have bad luck, they're gonna ask you, why are you here? What are you doing? And just answer that, and then you are good. Just don't say something like "glory to the corporations." That's the way you get into shit. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue.
and
with
I
me.
feel, yeah, this is a problem. At least in my opinion, or in my feeling, some people seem to do it on purpose to get into a combat with them, and it's not. I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. Even those guys, even if it's like a cop, he's just doing his job. Just leave him alone. Let him do his job. Show him your damn paper and be gone with it. Like, where's the problem? So yeah, but if you come in District 6, don't worry too much. It's like our militia there. Try not to talk too much to homeless people. They might try to get actually credit from you, the typical low life criminal. But I guess since you're a demon, you should be more than able to take on such a person.
Oh sure, I can
tries
give
to
them
take you-
money. Sure, if they give me their shawls.
God, even my human form, I was able to survive there. So a demon like you should be like,
Yeah, I don't really see that as an issue, considering I still remember the first week on. Oh, was it the first month? It was one of the first weeks when I arrived in this universe. I got lost in the Sapphire City, and people kept scamming me of money, because one person said, yeah, you can get out of that way, and then I go there. There is another person. I ask them. They say, go that way, which is basically the same way where I came from, and they get basically asking money every time they gave me instructions where to go. So it was like, huh?
I mean, the thing is, in your case, you have, how should I call it, a perk, because you have horns, and having horns has somewhat of a reputation by now because of Bastic, since he's like he's the face of District 6 kind of because of his bar, and most people learn this guy is someone you should not fuck with unless necessary. So most people might look at your horns and they be like, I'm gonna look for someone weaker.
So if I wanna be
And once you're
intimidating,
around,
I would go in my demon form. I have 4 horns in that one.
yeah, that's like the natural thing. Just look mean. Just look mean.
Yes.
That's it.
Me looking mean. Ah, yes. That's happens
mean-
only in my
I
demon
mean-
form mostly.
The thing is, people is like they are not gonna judge you if you're like a bodybuild like you or me, because you know how Bestic looks like and what kind of stuff he wears. So at least the District 6 I know that might not the kind of choosing of clothing might not be the state of power the person is on, like somewhat representing it.
Curious.
But I mean, if you ever decide to do so, I mean, we have like exchanged numbers, kind of stuff. Just let me know. We're gonna be like wherever you decide to show up. I'm not sure if you use portals or what kind of
Portals,
magic or
usually.
technology.
I usually need the
Ah,
coordinates. That's basically it.
What is? There's a militia building. Means
Hopefully not nearby walls or anything that could
No.
get stuck. I already get one of my friends stuck in a tree.
No.
So
I was trying to militia. Okay, so if you use that, you should be right in front of the bar, and that means you're right in front of the militia building, which means this area is the safest spot in the district, because if someone is doing trouble, they do it away from the militia. It would be like on the same level of trying to rob someone in front of the police department.
funny
So
you should
people
mention
try
that.
to do their stuff. Yes, people try to do it somewhere like far away in a dark alleyway or something. Funny enough, the militia building is in a dark alleyway. Well, yeah, you get what I mean.
I see. I see. Good.
Yeah, it used to be my hotel I was running. Yeah.
I see. I see.
I mean, back in the day, I could have sold you every kind of weapon since I was like. I mean, before I was like doing this black market kind of thing, but it turned out not to be very, like a peaceful job. So you'll be laughing, but now since I work with the militia, or more likely was forced to work with the militia, my life is a bit more peaceful than it was before as black market kind of worker or as salesman.
I see.
I was like surprised because how was that guy called? Who was around here sometimes? Red eyes, trench. Was Riders. This guy was like sometimes sits over there on the table.
Yeah, the edgy guy. Yeah.
Yeah. You actually, time to time he appears. Like suddenly, I just don't look around, and suddenly he sits like we have like the bar somewhat formed similar, and we have like bunches like on the side, and he sits like in the last one, right in the corner, like.
Yeah, like
Away
he
from
usually
everyone.
sits either on that corner or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have like you come in, and the entrance is like right on this side, so he just walks all the way through into the corner, and you don't hear anything from him anymore. He just sits there for a while, and then he's poof, gone.
Yes. Could be information gathering.
I mean, there's not too much, and he seems not that harmful since he was even around during the battle for District 1, so was Draco. So, because he actually offered me the help, since he was around when Amy got kidnapped. Well, when Amy returned, he was around. and he said he should have helped earlier because I was shot very badly.
I see.
And then he said in return he's gonna help.
Well, that's Rhaegar.
Oh, surprising quiet day here.
It is. And it is not surprised we have 11 minutes left. So, it's not surprising.
No, I mean, like, the whole day, it was usually, even around this day, a bit more people are around, but it seems a bit quiet.
Maybe they are busy dealing with all the other stuff that is going around.
Yeah, those zombies, this guy who blew up the mosquito's car, yeah. This I don't know, is this mushroom guy dead?
Mushroom guy? Which one?
The one who caused the shit with Nixie.
Unknown.
Ah.
At least I don't have information on that.
But I since it happened, I didn't get to see Nixie. I mean, she did send me a message that she's alright and at home, but I didn't see
Daddy
her
Dorgan.
around since that happened. So I could not ask her.
No, there has not been any news on that. So I don't at least know.
I see.
If something has happened, then it has not been spread around. So.
It's surprising. And normally people do something like that, like a fire.
Yes. It might also be the case that people are withholding information these days. A lot.
That's new. That's something new.
No, it's not. Not really.
At least in our case.
Because there are still people who think they can do everything themselves.
Yeah, that's like...
So they don't share any information
we don't need
they
your
have.
help. It's like, we don't need your help. You just would slow us down. And then they come back, I'm sorry, but the person died, there's nothing I could have done. And like, maybe with the group, you smartass.
But it is understandable in some cases, not all of them. Usually when people do that kind of stuff, it usually makes things worse.
Yeah, most people should actually think before doing something.
Yes.
I feel like they're being in a rush constantly, like they would win a prize if they manage to do something with less help as possible. Even if it means the risk is like bigger than it is on your own, like with bigger than it is with the group.
Yep, people never learn the value of the information, you are sure right about that. But yes, there are still a lot of things that people don't understand, and sometimes it feels like all the people are just overgrown children.
Yeah, that's what I felt like at Camp 5 when those shadow beings went around and they like ignored us and been very passive. And this one person was like, "Oh, I got this soul sword and I can chop them in." I'm like, dude, those guys are they're just there. They didn't harm us yet. Why should we just attack them? We already have those spell guys after those, Wendigos, and this tall fuck and shrimps. So,
yes.
Why should we add a number 5?
Anger more and more and more. Yes.
It's like, let me fight it just because it exists. That's like the reason. That's like the reason behind it.
And surprising enough, that is pretty common.
Yeah, it's like even with this gremlin. But that thing, at least, this situation at least got someone killed who was like stupid enough to be acting in such a way. I mean, the only crime that thing did was like stealing bottle. Is it really? Does it really mean you need to grab a minigun and chase that thing around across the street and start shooting with a minigun around, risking maybe other people's life? Because yeah, we have in Diamond City quite a lot of humans, and if such a thing, if a minigun hits you, it does not hits you once. It hits you like 20 times before he's able to turn it off.
But aren't the bullets expensive in the end? Wouldn't that be just waste of money?
Yeah, and but shooting with a minigun at such a gremlin does not really prove being smart.
I see. But yeah, there are always those people, over the top people, basically. Going too far for minor things. There will always be pain.
Yeah. Sadly.
Sure, can't really say same for every dumb person ever. Some dumb people are still smart enough to understand, I'm not gonna do that. There are still those. But there is just way too bloodthirsty people.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, those gremlins been like the first thing we encountered at Camp 5. It seemed more like, not like we came across them, but more like they came across us. Because they started like to appear in front of the camp. They was like running around, was like looking, there's like a very thick fog, you cannot see very far. And you just saw them like crawling around at the trees, and they was like at the fence looking around, and at some point they got like very close, like we have like some sandbag kind of wall at the gate, and one thing was like getting closer and closer, and at one point it was like even like going past people, and went like straight for the supplies and stole like a can of beans. So, and that was already reason enough for someone to just shoot it and say, "Oh, we have to cook it." Which also was sparked, by the way.
Of course.
I mean, we do have this other guy, Pyro. Yeah, he's not a smart person, but he does not try to hurt them. He actually wants to catch one to have a pet gremlin. So, so it's like that's better than just killing them, I guess. So.
I mean, point of view perspective, but but yes, for certain it's something people seem to be forgetting that the use words first. If those don't work, then use a gun or weapon or sword or magic.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like what I was trying to explain when Amy came, like when they came back and had like Amy as hostage. There was already one, like the guy. He was like, Amy was in front, and the guy was standing behind Amy, and she had like a hand grenade like duct taped in her hand. And there was already a retard sparked who already started the fire. Like, he saw them like for a second, and he already was he was like not even trying to shoot like well aimed. No, he was like spraying down. I'm surprised he did not actually hit her.
Yes, I should start closing up the bar, considering there's still 30 to 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean we can make our way to the door anyway, I guess. Because today you don't have to broom someone out. Oh yeah.
Yes, I don't remember anyone going upstairs.
I think everyone left. If I saw,
Yes.
I think I saw like in the corner of my eyes when Seven was running around.
Yes.
While I was running out. Casey left before, and the cowboy left right after
Yes,
Casey.
and others left before that. So nobody really went up there. Seven is most likely outside or left the premises. So
If someone is still around.
yep. Yeah,
See, I'm
I
on fire.
figured. Yeah, that is good. That is good.
I just had like one time the problem that some guy was like, "Oh, that's a nice coat you're wearing," and he was like, well, he wanted like to check how smooth the cotton is, and he was like actually by accident pulling my sleeve up a little bit. Oh, this was like stinging so bad.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Maybe we should try to put a long shirt or whatever those are called underneath.
Yeah, I actually started since as you can see I'm wearing like a white shirt under my vest, and I have like the end of it like tucked under my gloves. So if my coat goes up, it's not much of a problem. Well, yeah, I guess I'm heading back home.
Yes, I am also heading home. Need to do work and then go to the Lying Fork.
Of course you have to do work before that.
Yes, why wouldn't I? I also need to teach someone how to make mana potions, but I don't think it starts today. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with it, then just go with it.
Sure do.
Yeah, that was a quiet session today.
Yep. Today was quiet. And yeah, that's the stream for today.